Sanders here, and
Normal person, how you guys doing out there?
great. You guys are also on Facebook Live. And of course, you guys are in the YouTube land. It's being recorded right now. So of course, it's going to be on video here in about a couple days. But welcome to Carp Talk, podcast Carp Talk. Our special guest today is going to be Nick Sweazey and Tiffany Lynn. Lynn, sorry.
Yeah.
You know what it says? Lynn.
Yeah.
But before we get the show, we had a good time at the chili meeting.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely had a good time.
I had a
at the
great
chili
time
meet.
at the chili meeting.
Appreciate all the vendors, you know, that came. Really, that drove the furthest.
Yeah. Good to see Joe Lutz there.
Yeah, Joe Lutz was there.
Yeah.
Buff Candy, I was kind of excited to see them there too.
That's some great products.
They do got some great products, and shout out to Brian Hauser and them, you know, for teaming up with them and everything.
Yeah, good job, guys.
Big hog baits.
Oh, I'm very impressed with Eric. Eric
Miller?
Miller?
Was it Eric Miller?
Oh, it's Watson.
Oh, it may be. Oh, okay. You're talking about with
the little 3D.
The 3D printing. Yeah. He's got 8 of the machines.
8?
8. So you know he can produce a lot.
Yeah. So
Good products too.
I mean, just the kind of cool things that he was making with the just different carp, and of course you guys look him up, man, because that was some interesting stuff, especially
he
how
can make other things too.
Yeah, I mean, just carp. He had a 3D printing carp that was basically making the 3D carp plastic, and you could put your little logos on the side of it, or your name, or whatever. Like you say, other things. I mean, yeah.
But like I said, we want to shout out all the vendors that came too. Appreciate all you guys that supported. Man, we appreciate all the people that brought chili. You guys, you know what I mean? Like, you guys really helped out, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was pretty cool, though, man. We still had, you know, obviously not everybody ate chili, but, you know, we'll try to have more next year for sure.
2 pots.
Yeah, we had 2 pots of chili.
What's ahead, guys? Long time.
And shout out to the winner.
Yeah.
You know, there was 2 pots. James's old lady, Tia, she made a pot. And Pam made a pot, too.
Yeah.
And Pam won because we kind of felt it would have been a conflict of interest, you know what I'm saying, if we just said Tia won the pot of chili. But thank you for the chili, Tia.
Yeah, thank you, Tia.
Another main person we would like to shout out to and thank you very much, because really without him, you know, getting it for us and stuff like that, you know what I mean. And that's Justin Sears. We greatly appreciate you doing that for us, bro.
That's all. Yeah.
Like I said, without him, you know, we would be having to look for a bigger, you know, a facility period. You know what I mean? So shout out to Justin Sears.
Definitely next year, be same place. I'm thinking too. We're gonna probably do like a week before the Boat Sport Travel Show.
No. We're gonna. Me personally. You know, and you guys that's on here watching this too live, you know what I mean? Your guys' opinion counts too.
Yeah.
I would like to see it really honestly set back a week or 2 because that's
before?
No. Set back. Like wait a couple more weeks to have it. Like
that's what I'm saying.
After the Boat Sport and Travel Show.
Oh, but not on that date.
Yeah, but not on the same.
Well, you know what I see.
But
this is what I see.
People are getting their taxes after.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you're talking about after the Boat Sport Travel.
Yeah, like after. You know what I mean? No,
yeah. You can't,
like really right about now, because now's the time people is getting their taxes.
But see, that's what scares me too.
And fishing season still hasn't even started yet.
But it's going to.
But that's what I'm
saying.
saying.
I mean, it's right now. What? Tomorrow's March.
Right, but that's what I'm saying though. We had it about a week ago. You know, we should wait and have it about
a week
the
last day of Boat Sport Travel just yesterday.
Yeah, and that's good.
That's good.
You got to think, but most fishing are.
So you say like maybe 2 weeks after the Boat Sport Travel show?
Yeah, I mean, me personally, that's just my opinion. Yeah. You know what I mean? And everybody
after the taxes, people.
Well, that way people are getting their taxes back and fishing, because fishing don't start really in like I think the first Midwest Cartmaster tournament. You know what I'm saying? Starts as like, don't get me wrong, but it's like what is it? April 3rd.
Yeah.
I think, you know what I mean? Is that the first tournament of the year?
Yeah, yeah.
I know there's I know this weekend is the March Madness tournament at Hubbard's.
But you know what I like to see? It's great to see everybody there. All the carp anglers there, big happy family, all different parts of states. I mean, it was great.
A lot, really. You know, I it was really cool to see Joe Lutz there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, for him to come, and you know, like Buff Candy because he came from far too.
Uh-huh.
You know, we would like to have a lot more of them guys there.
I like to see. I'd like to see this thing. Let's get big. You know, I'm not saying big.
I mean, it is big, but we just got to do it in the right direction. Get the right people involved.
I mean, I'm bigger too, and have like wild carp stuff too, like bivvies, maybe some 13-foot rods and all that stuff.
But, you know, we have to get people back involved, like Big Carp Tackle. We have to get somebody like them to come. You know what I mean? And
with that, and I'm talking about gets this thing so big where hey, man, this. I think
the main thing is why it's hard for us to get a lot of the bigger people to come because they have to load stuff up. Not only load stuff up, they're paying for hotels, they're paying for gas, and food while they're down there too.
You build it and they come.
It has to be smart money wise for them.
It would be smart. You start something small, and it keeps on getting. How many people do you think we had? I swear to God, I think maybe 1,500 people came.
Man, I don't know.
13?
Huh?
13?
Man, I don't know. I don't know. I really wouldn't even.
I do like to thank all you carp freelanders.
I wouldn't even want to try to put a number on it. You know what I'm saying? Just because I really don't know how many people really came or didn't come. You know what I mean? There was a lot of people that I thought was going to be there that I didn't even see. And it could have been transportation issues, whatever it was, but
I like to see more
I think,
there.
when people get their taxes, that's when they start buying more, new reels and all that stuff. I think the only person that had reels like that really there was some raffle reels, but the Buff Candy guy, like he brought.
He did some good stuff, and boom.
Yeah, he cleaned house. He had the new Dio Chameleon rods, and he had some of them, and they was sold before
the place was even open.
Yeah, I bought some Friday night. Jack Raglan bought some Friday night.
Got first dibs.
Yeah, that was pretty. Yeah, some 7.6s, man, for $30 a piece. Couldn't pass him up. You know what I mean? I've been looking for rods anyway.
Oh, also, everybody at the vendors and other people, anglers that donated to the Team Fish Fighters.
Yeah, man.
Fund. We really do appreciate you guys. That helped out a lot for the future.
Do you remember what we raised?
Like I said, 13.
It was $1,364 is what we raised for the team.
Yeah, we appreciate that. That's awesome of you guys. And
we
everybody that is going to a great, like between landing mats to give out and other things, trophies.
If the junior team fish fighter, needs anything.
Help a kid out fishing. I mean, all that kind of stuff.
I mean, that money goes right back into the community.
Yeah, basically. So
as far as, like we said, buying trophies for any tournament that we have coming up this year, them trophies, they're just not given to us. We have to pay for them.
Right.
And we're also going to take some of that money, and purchase some more shirts. We will have that up and running. We already have. We have our press. Yeah. We have some logos. Now that we have a little bit of capital in the Team Fish Fighter Fund, we're going to take $300 to $500 of that money. We're going to go buy some shirts of certain colors that we like and that we want to do.
And if you guys want a T-shirt from Team Fish Fighters,
yeah, get hold of James.
Yeah, get a hold of
James.
That's more stuff on me, buddy.
Nah, man, you don't have to get a hold of James. You can reach out to. I mean, really,
Ricky.
I would say you can reach out to anybody on the team.
That's fine.
You can reach out to anybody on the team because don't everybody know everybody. Yeah. Let us know what size you want.
We're coming out some cool looking logos like Carp Mafia or whatever. Just like funny logo.
Have
shirts.
A small Team Fish Fighter logo on the sleeve. We had some at the chili meet.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? We didn't sell not one shirt at the chili.
That was awesome, man.
It really was. You know what I mean?
Great time.
But we pressed them up and gave people ideas. You know what I mean? They wasn't the colors that people maybe wanted. But you know we.
I'm pretty sure they're done listening to us right now.
Yeah.
So you won't get the. Oh yeah. So our today's guest is, you guys haven't heard yet, Nick and Tiffany, Indiana carp angler couple. They've been a while.
I think they're sponsored too. I think they're sponsored by Wicked.
Yeah. So you want to go ahead and give them a call?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and get hold of them.
Yeah, one of those two, and hopefully.
I'll have to call Nick's phone.
You're gonna call Nick's phone. Yeah. So give me some thumbs up if you like the show so far.
Can you guys hear us out there?
Hello. What's going on, Nick?
What's going on?
Trying to get all of you.
I'm sorry about that.
All right. Is Tiffany there with you too?
Yeah, she's here.
Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome to Carp Talk, podcast Carp Talk. And how's work?
It was good actually.
Yeah. Everybody out there on the.
Nice to get out and work in some decent weather for a change.
What do you do for a living?
I do gutters for a living.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Huh.
He's good too. They're efficient, man.
Are you guys you guys do like pressure washer too and all that pressure washing like kind of thing?
No, we typically just are more into like new construction or residential.
Gotcha.
Just tear off and put back.
Put new gutters up. Gotcha. So, well, again, welcome to Carp Talk. Is Tiffany there?
Yeah.
All right. She's right by you?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Tiffany.
What's up?
What's up?
Tiffany?
So, again, welcome to our show, guys. You guys are also on Facebook Live. Wow.
Thanks for having us.
No, you're guys welcome. So, you guys been, why don't you guys go ahead and tell us a little bit about your guys' self. I guess we'll go ahead and let Tiffany start first. Basically, just talk about your background, and just so the audience kind of get to know you a little bit better, and what do you do for a living, kind of thing, and how long you been fishing for carp.
Well, I've been fishing probably since I was about 12.
Nice.
And I run this little ice cream store right here at Beach Grove.
Okay, it's cool.
It's called Sweet Scoop at the roundabout on Albany. If you guys want some really good ice cream, it's the best. It just cannot be beat.
You're about to be flooded up there, Tiffany, because now everybody's gonna be like, oh, okay, Tiffany's selling ice cream.
Ice cream. Ice cream. I like ice cream.
But I mean, other than that, I really got into carp fishing with Nick.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, I was fishing, since I was a little girl.
Right.
Like small panfish, but nothing like, big carp tournaments or nothing. I never really knew nothing about that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Until about 10, 11 years ago.
Yeah. Cool. Sweet. All right. Hey, how about you, Nick? Tell us a little bit about your background and what how long you've been carp fishing.
I have been carp fishing as long as I can remember with my dad.
Nice.
My dad and a couple of his buddies did it growing up, and they got into catfish and carp fishing at a young age as well.
Right.
It was just something that my dad passed down to me and taught me a little bit about basics, just how to tie a good knot, your essential little stuff. And been fishing as long as I can remember, since about mid-90s, about 98, 99, early 2000.
Yeah. I hear your kids in the background. How many kids you guys got?
We got one. He's a 5-year-old boy.
Oh my gosh, 5s. My son's 7 and he still climbs the walls. It's like nonstop.
They're definitely a handful at times. And
Yeah. But
You got a question for him?
So really, man, when did your guys' passion for carp fishing really, really start? You know what I mean? Like, I know you said something about, your dad kind of passed it along,
And Tiffany?
But, yeah, and this question's for the both of you guys to answer. You know what I mean? So, like, when did your, actual passion for carp fishing actually, really take a hold of you guys?
I mean, is it like after you guys used to fish for catfish and, of course, panfish, and then you guys went to carp, or?
Actually, I've been carp fishing since I was probably I've been avidly carp fishing probably since I was about 7 or 8 years old.
Yeah.
I used to fish wagon wheel all the time. We used to catch the big one. We used to fish Maywood, 1111. We fished all of them lakes growing up. And
Maywood, did you say Maywood?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a classic.
Yeah.
That's Kentucky Avenue, right?
I don't
Yeah.
I don't even think that's gone. Maywood's gone. They don't.
Oh, that's gone. They used to have drive-in movie theater next to it, did it?
Yeah, I think there still might
It's
be
a park now.
I think there might still be.
there is a park over by there.
Yeah.
There's a water park there.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's right off Kentucky Avenue.
It stinks
That was
over there.
cold. I remember that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yep. So I fished all those lakes growing up with my dad, and really ever since I caught my very first PB as a young boy, I was always hooked. Ever since then, it was something that I had a passion for, something that I wanted to pursue doing throughout my life, and something that I just really stuck with, something that really just sunk deep in me.
Right.
And the same question for Tiffany. Like, when did you really figure out? Like, obviously, you said you first started carp fishing with Nick, but when did you go with him? You know what I'm saying? And what fish did you hit your first 20-pound fish or something like that? That got you hooked onto carp fishing.
Actually, my first 20 was on Pond 2 out at Hubs. And it was actually a 22.2.
And you was hooked after that, wasn't you?
At that time, it was the jug, but I don't think that I was in it. I think the first couple times, I was just getting started. I didn't know, really, it really wasn't ever truly about the money. But then, there is a gambler side of me, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. You got to do a lot of...
And then once I caught that first fish on Poncho, I was like, oh my gosh, who is that? I was just hooked from there.
Yeah. Now, you guys are kind of talking to me here and there. One time it says, everybody knows you guys as pay lakers, but really you guys do a lot of wild carping too, don't you?
Yeah, we really do. We go to North Carolina. We've been to Lake Lemon.
Yeah.
We've been, to Del Hollow.
Nice. Love that place.
I'll never forget.
Don't pay lake fish, yeah.
We go to fish Michigan up there, up in northern Indiana. We do a lot of wild water fishing. It's just as much as fun as it is pay lake. Actually, it's a little more fun because you're not really catching the same fish over and over. You don't really know what you're going to get.
That's
5-pound beer.
That's the key right there. You don't know what you're going to catch when you go fish the wild.
Yeah.
And that's what I really like about it too, man, is once you get into the wild water stuff, these fish are swimming up these rivers and streams and stuff, and you don't really know what's in there because the place has been around for maybe not thousands of years or whatever, but it's been around for years and years and years, so you don't really know what's in there.
Yeah. You're set up to catch a creature that nobody's ever even seen or would have never even known it being there.
And that's how I feel about, I know a lot of people talk about Del Hollow, and
oh my God.
but I can, there's been fish in there that's been touched, and there's hundreds, maybe even thousands of fish in there that ain't even seen the light of day.
Gorgeous.
Sure.
So.
Oh, I guarantee it, and that's what keeps me wanting to wild fish. I'm kind of getting a little burnt out on the pay lakes just for the fact that it's just it's just repetition, man. You know, it's never
I mean,
gonna,
like,
it's not gonna go anywhere. So I mean, if I quit pay lake fishing tomorrow,
Yeah.
5 years from now, I'll still be able to jump right back in, and you know, maybe a few things that change is maybe presentations on bait and different things like that. But I'll catch back up.
I remember a long time ago when I kind of first met you here and there, and I think I was doing a little small interview with you. I think you was in a couple of those MBQ tournaments. Matter of fact, it was at the Highway Springs, and the thing that got me the most about you is your hands. It was so colored with dye flavoring. It was like dark black and the other flavors.
What color was it?
It was between red and black, I think, mixed together or something like that. It's like,
Guarantee
There's
you.
no shame in the game. Everybody knows a great ball's good.
Oh yeah,
That's
for
one thing
sure.
that we're not afraid to say is, we always make our pay the day of. So if anybody truly knows that, I mean,
Just
if
look at
anybody
Nick's
truly knows
hands.
us, then they know that.
oh, that's what Nick's throwing today. Great.
Man, I can sit here and think of some stories about just places we've been and whipping up bait and
Oh yeah.
I remember where was we at? Was we in Ohio? At,
Ohio.
yeah, we was in Ohio. Or
Monroe.
Yeah, Monroe.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was there. I could have swore it was like me, you. It was like me, Tiffany, Nick, Sweazey, Stanley, and I want to say Michael Embry was there. And like Nick Sweazey's over here whipping up some bait right here, like right next to Mike Embry. You know what I mean? And at that time, Mike Embry, he may still want to be on Hog Hunters or whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh,
But
that's another.
he was, he was sitting there, whatever, and I was like, listen, I said, if you want to be on Hog Hunters, bro, or Indie Hog Hunters, I was like, look how Nick is just sitting there just whipping that bait up. You know what I mean?
And he was telling you that?
No, I was telling Michael Embry that. I'm
Oh.
like, because Nick was sitting there mixing up his bait. You know what I mean? He was really doing it just how Michael Embry was doing it. You know what I mean? But he was just doing it a little bit faster. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I told Mikey, I was like, bro, you got to do it like Nick, bro. You got to put that swirl into it. You know what I mean?
Oh, you got a special swirl, Nick?
We was just, hey, it was.
I just got a strong hand.
Oh, okay. Is that what attracts the fish better? Get that swirl?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a strong hand. His strong hand attracts
It's
the
the
fish.
championship swirl.
Yeah, it'll probably come out in the tournament. You know, like how they got long casting?
Yeah.
Different pay layers. Never mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. All
But
right.
yeah, that was just, just one of the fun times that, man, we've had a lot of fun times on the bank,
Yeah, we've
man.
had a lot of good
What?
times together out there. I mean, our first trip to Del Hollow was together,
Yeah, man, and hey, and you know what's crazy? Our first trip, like, we didn't.
Was that with you guys?
Yeah, I got pictures of.
Was that you and Nick and?
Yeah, me. It was me.
I don't remember.
It was in 2016.
Yeah, I got. What's crazy? I just found them pictures the other day when I was going
Oh,
through
yeah,
my
about
album.
pictures.
Yeah, I got pictures from because Gilbert Huxley. It's me. It's me, Amy, Gilbert Huxley, Nick,
Mike Ford,
Tiffany. Yep. Dan. I think Dan was Dan.
No, I didn't go.
No, you.
Ronnie Luck.
No.
No. What was the man? What was dude's name?
Jeff Skelton.
No, not Jeff Skelton. The other gentleman there was
Daniel Ryan Packer.
No, Daniel was there, but I'm trying to think about the big dude that was there.
Big dude.
Yeah, he's
Are you talking about Shannon Pearson?
The Canadian.
no, that's I know
That's
him.
Mike.
Yeah, Mike, that's Mike. He's on our friend Facebook page too.
Oh,
You know who I'm talking about, bro. I
know
can't
who you're
think of his
talking
name.
about. His name. I want to think his name is Tyler or something.
It was a black gentleman, man. I can't remember his name for nothing.
There's Matt.
Oh, Matt.
Matt, Matt, man. Like he's in the picture. Like we was all sitting there at the table about to eat dinner.
Matt who?
I can't remember where he's from. Where is he from?
I want to say he was from somewhere. I
He-
think he was from like somewhere overseas or something. I don't know.
He was from far away, man. But we had a good time. You know what's crazy? There was only 3 runs that whole week.
Oh, that's when you went on the second trip with me.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can't get that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so nobody caught a fish that trip except for Nick.
Right at the end of it. Right at the end.
Yeah, but the day before that, Nick had a run. Nick had a run, and when he swung on, I think it snapped off.
No, that sucks.
And what's really really crazy, and I know Nick could tell you, we went out there the next morning or whatever, or Nick. We was all in the boat because it was cold, and so Nick's beeper was going off. So Nick ran over there. Everybody else pretty much didn't have their shit packed up.
Jerry.
Yeah, what really got me going was that morning is Gilbert Huxley had a run and caught one.
Yeah, he caught one.
And I was like, well, let me go check my rods. I might got one through the night or something, like that. And I go up to my pod and we're packing things up already. We done started gathering camp up and everything. And, I heard my pod, I got a one-liner, a little beep. And I was like, looked around, there was a little piece of like hydrilla on my line that floated in with the wake, and it just was like sitting on my line. So I thought, with the waves crashing in, it's probably just that on my line. I ain't gonna worry about it. Packed a few more things up, came back, and it did it a few more times, and I'm like, man. So I tightened it up just a little bit, and then boom, it screams, takes off. I'm like, I got one.
Nice.
So I'm fighting it. We get it in, and sure enough, it's the same fish that I had hooked up a day or two prior and lost.
And
And
how
it
much-
had my hook and everything in its mouth still. My hair rig, same rig.
I ran a couple of those before. Same hair rig.
Yeah, like it had the same because we was using pink pop-up corn.
What size was that fish, you think? You remember the weight?
It was a 21.6 to be exact. It was a fully scaled mirror.
Yeah,
Nice.
it was a fully
See, that's
scanned.
that's the beautiful thing about Dead Hall. It's all those beautiful, gorgeous mirrors. And just thousands and thousands of them. And that's something that's...
And that's really what baffled me is how big of a body of water Del Hollow is, and how I caught that same fish.
that same
So
fish
came
that
back
lets
to the
you know
pond.
That carp are somewhat territorial, and they hang out in their little home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
All right.
That's why you got to get out and fish unseen waters on different spots. You can't always keep going back to the same spot there because you're going to get a lot of recaptures, and you're not going to get out there to them other groups of fish that haven't been caught or been seen. You want to be able to catch those.
All right, here. I got one for you.
Hang on.
Oh,
I'm sorry, man.
No,
I'm sorry. Man, for the people out there that's watching, man, you guys can't see these pictures right now
Well,
that we're seeing. You know what I mean?
we got pictures, Tiffany and Nick, right now at this moment.
That are
laptop
popping
over
up,
here.
man. And I just seen a picture, and I know it's recent because your hair is really, really long. But
Nick.
it looks like he's on a river somewhere. He's barefooted for one. And there's a chair in the background. It's got like 3 different poles pointing 3 different ways.
Oh, I'm fishing Bagnell Dam in Missouri.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm sitting here like, man, that's not an old picture. Like, that's new. Like, why does he have fishing rods on the ground?
How do you do over there?
I did very well that day, actually. I chummed 2 cans of whole kernel corn out right
Yep.
off the edge of this little, what you would call, I guess, a little whirlpool or something where the water back pulled off and didn't have much current, slacked up.
Oh, there you go. Sure.
And just fished right off the side, right off the bank there. And actually there was a lot of Asian carp in the area.
The Asian carp that's a wild fight, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It really is, because that's what really got me hooked on carp fishing when I was younger. Is when I was like 9, I hit a 33.5-pound Asian carp at 11:11 with my dad.
Now,
And that's,
just to let the people out there in Facebook, Asian carp is not part of the carp family. So, I mean, they got the name carp, but it's not part of the kind of carp we
Right, they're not the bottom
yeah.
feeder type. They're more of a...
Nuisance fish, that's what they call them. What's the...
They're invasive.
Thank you. Invasive species. By DNR laws, if you catch a Asian carp, you're basically supposed to throw it on the ground, trash it, kill it. Matter of fact, I heard there's some good eating, actually. So if you
I've
get...
heard that as well.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet, but... And they're ugly as hell. he got his eyeball like underneath their mouth, I feel like.
Yes.
Yes, but yes, when you guys hear the word, I'm just saying for people that don't know anything about carp, that's all.
That's the fish that gives a carp a bad name.
Exactly.
They don't really
Exactly.
understand what common carp
Yeah.
really are.
And yeah, exactly. So I mean, by
I
going,
mean, they don't really have scales
No.
like a common carp
but
or buffalo, or which I know buffalo really aren't in the carp
yeah,
family themselves.
that's true.
But-
The kind of fish that's got barbs on the side, you got whiskers,
Right.
like a common, a mirror, a koi. Mirror, I guess that's
Yeah.
those basically those kind of three fish. I mean,
Yeah, that's been talked about over the last couple of weeks, and for the people that's watching live too. What do you guys really think that it's going to take, man, for like chow is going to be, they're saying chow could possibly, hypothetically speaking, hit, 130, 140, 150 a bag. What do you think it's really going to take for people to stop throwing chow?
I think
And throw a lot of cheaper baits, you know what I'm saying? That's going to be, and obviously more healthier for the fish.
To be honest, I think it's going to take people realizing that you don't have to have chow to always catch them. I think that the more, if we can get more people to realize that the oats, the
rice,
the rice, the millet, all that stuff works. It works if we all could just,
cottonseed meal.
Oh, it all definitely
grains
works.
that they're attracted to. Don't get me wrong, chow is a fish food. They're
Yeah.
gonna like it.
right?
But
Yeah.
there's other natural grains that
Are more
from
healthy.
this country, from the world, that they're gonna like. So if people would, for one, stop thinking that's all you gotta do to catch fish, and it's gonna take the pay lakes to stand and get on board too, because they're a big part of it too.
Right.
They buy it, they sell it. They know people use it.
Well, they say some
It
people
was banned
that
like they used to.
they say there's people that don't know how to make chow, I guess, the proper way, or you know what I mean.
What is the proper way?
That's the thing. I don't think there it really. I don't think
There's no right or wrong way
there's
to
no,
do
been
it. As long
there ain't
as
been
it
no
breaks
proven
down.
right way.
Yeah, as long as it stays around your hook, it's like.
I've seen people who had a ball of chow lock up and still catch them. So
Yeah, it's because them fish, them fish will eat anything.
They got crunch plates in the back of their throat that they can grind stuff down. That's how
That's
they
true.
eat tiger nuts. That's how they,
Yeah.
they got ways to get and digest them bigger, heavier grains and stuff, and that's how they eat a whole dough ball like they used to. Before there was ever pack bait, that's how people used to catch carp, was on dough bait.
Yep, that's how I first started fishing. Was
And that's where I originated from.
with dough balls in a lawn chair, swinging.
Oh yeah.
Smack it.
Play-Doh.
Don't walk
It
behind me because I can swing it any time.
I like it worse.
Yeah, like Jeremy said, it's high nutrients. You know what I'm saying? It's good for the fish, man. But
I hope it'll go up.
It's
my
not-
bot- Two of my products has got
bad chow
chow.
going around right
Yeah,
now.
I heard that too.
I heard that too,
Well-
man. So hopefully that'll scare some people from buying it, man, and paying that, because I heard they've taken some more of the oils out of it.
There's two different size pellets in it.
Yeah.
Now,
It has a weird chemical-y type of smell.
Purina is the only company that makes that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chow.
But that's what I'm
it's
saying, though.
actually
Because,
trout pellet.
like, there's so many other cheaper baits out there, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like, in the spring, and I don't care if I'm at Hubbard's or wherever, you know what I mean. If I'm allowed to chum, and I can use corn, man, you're gonna catch me with at least 2 rods on corn. I don't care. Yeah,
You're gonna at least catch me with one on at all times.
yeah, for sure, especially in the spring.
Three pieces
on
of corn.
corn. I mean, I ain't gonna lie about it.
Yeah.
All right, here's
Not in the wild either. I'm talking pay lake fish as well too.
right. We got three.
But-
Yep. Oh, go on. I'm sorry.
But I'm not against chow, but I would like to see it get used less and get people's spectrum of baits more wide open.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I guess, it's technically up to us, you know what I'm saying, I
It's
guess
a preference to some people. That's all they'll throw.
well, that's what I'm saying. It's up to us as a fisherman, to boycott chow, but it's also,
But then again, at the end of the day, as a fisherman, I'm there to catch fish.
right, but you're not going to stop using it unless,
It's hard to stop using it because if other people ain't on board with it, you're gonna go out there and sit next to somebody who's throwing it, and they're gonna catch 2 or 3, 4 or 5 to 1 on you.
well, that's what I'm saying, though, you know what I mean? It would possibly take, the only way that we're really going to ban chow is if we're not allowed to use it at the lake.
That's what I'm saying. The
So-
lake owners have to get on board with it.
I'm
But I
gonna
got a
put-
question though.
Yeah.
Besides the price, what is the big issue with
See, I was getting ready to say that.
No, I'm
No,
I'm just asking because it's starting. People's.
Because even my personal opinion, I've always told it. You know what I mean? I don't mind chow. It's actually, I'm not gonna lie, it's one of my favorite baits, and that's
It is a good bait. It does catch a lot of fish.
It catches fish. That's because that's my choice of pack bait. I like the way that I can make it. I know how to make it. I mean, I'm not saying I don't know how to make oats. I can make a fire oat ball. Would I rather throw a chow ball? Yes. I mean, that's just me, though.
Another thing is too, you're not gonna catch. I mean, you'll catch mirrors, you'll catch commons, but you're not gonna catch grass carp on chow.
No, you're
So,
gonna need some
if
oats
you
or some
wanna-
corn
If you
or
want to
some.
open your chances of catching some of them big target fish, you gotta open up your bait.
Like one of the pictures I sent him was on rice. I caught that buffalo on rice, black bettling rice. Not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
I mean, so you're gonna get the chances of catching new fish if you switch your bait up a little bit throughout the season. When you start seeing people are catching them on rice, make you a rice ball up and take it out there and use it. Don't be afraid to throw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the main thing is people are just complaining about the price of it, and
Oh.
there's a lot of people
Price
out there
keeps
that
going
still
higher and
don't,
higher.
I guess feel like they know how to make chow because
It almost just sounds to me that this year it's going to come down to, if you put in the money and you put in the work and you put in the passion, I mean, that's what it is. I mean, no matter what it is, I mean, I'm going to catch them, whether that's chow, rice, oats, millet, I mean.
oh, most definitely.
So I got a question. When you guys go out to say like your tournaments, do you have like 3 different baits going on already? Like you got their chow,
Yes,
rice,
if
and
not more.
oats.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
sometimes we do, but I'll tell you what, when you do that,
Yeah.
you're really messing up your chances of really getting on the fish because you got too much, and it's too much of a headache for you as a fisherman to be struggling, thinking, all right.
Then which one did I catch that on?
Yeah. Well, I'm just like saying too, because your neighbors, next door, your people that you competition with, and you watching them. Hey, this one person's bringing it all in. You can actually see. Oh, look, he's using that.
I mean, you can always see that
You already got
somebody's
the
throwing a
backup.
red pickup, but do you know how many red pickup flavors that are out there that could be red? It could be
Not only that,
it could be
you can
a red
flavor
grape.
it clear and add food color to whatever
True.
flavor you want.
Yeah.
If you throwing blue strawberry, nobody would know it.
Yeah.
It's true
People
too.
would think you're throwing
So-
Dominator or Blueberry
so
or
you-
whatever. I mean,
In your opinion, the flavors is about where it's at. Then say the ingredient itself. Like the oats, rice, or chow. You think it's all about the flavor mainly, or the ingredient itself?
The time of season.
I think it's
time
the time
season?
of the year, and I
Yeah.
like to follow my baits with the time of the year. Like, I got different baits for different times of the year as far as flavor selections that I use and stuff. And sometimes I think the flavor is a good attractant. It is a good,
Yeah.
stimulant to get the fish feeding.
And of course, you're sponsored by Wicked now.
Yeah.
You know, he's got some good product. Ron does.
Ron, he's got some
Shout out
great
to
products.
yeah, shout out to Wicked. So
He's an awesome guy. You couldn't really meet anybody better than Ron as far as a person goes. He's a really nice guy. He's always been there to help me out. Me, Stanley, Cody, I can vouch for multiple people that Ron has went out of his way for, as far as like helping us out with flavors for bait and stuff like that. You know, I mean, he's a stand-up guy.
yeah. He also he's part of the.
And he's smart.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he's definitely.
He's definitely
I think that's really
he's
what
a good
makes.
businessman.
Well, not just. I mean, him just being smart
Yeah.
is obviously going to make his product what it is. You know what I'm saying? Which is you can't take nothing away from it because it's a great product.
I mean,
Not just
I think what
here,
I think
but
speak
everywhere.
about Ron. He started, you know, of course, he's, you know, started with like one little item, and now it's like boom, 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 boom. He's going every different directions with different other types of stuff, products. You see what I'm saying?
I think it's really cool, and I think it's because Ron has a high IQ when it comes to fishing.
Yeah,
I believe there's a fisherman IQ. I believe you have an intelligence
I believe that.
on fishing.
I believe that.
Yeah, you know what his is? Hair rigs.
Hair rigs.
Hair rigs and walking around and talking to people.
You say he uses Eric's?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
he does.
Palex, Eric?
Yeah.
Really?
But you know what that means?
That means
It means
there's.
he's confident in his bait and what
That's
he's
true.
throwing, and he feels comfortable enough to
See,
leave.
that's
And
the
that's
thing.
what I'm saying. But you know, when you're throwing hair rigs and stuff like that, you know what I mean. Like you constantly know, like there is something there for them to pick up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like regardless.
You know they're not going to take your kick or your puff off your hook, or it's not going to get soft and fall off. It's always there.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's always going to be there. You know what I mean?
It's
And
like
he
having a bead
and
on
he
your
catches some nice fish like that too.
What size hook he uses?
I don't know.
I think he uses like 6s and 8s.
Yeah, that's the proper size for the hair rig, you know.
Justin Keaton said his bait is corn. What's up,
I
Johnny
don't know why
Wiles?
people get upset about that. I mean, it's one of the
corn?
oldest
Oh,
baits
corn's
to
awesome.
date.
Oh yeah. I mean, can't
It
can't
dates
nobody
back
get
all the way
mad.
back to
You know,
before we were
I hope ain't
born.
nobody getting mad for him using corn or hair rigs because, as far as I know, it cost
It
him.
works.
It cost him the same amount it cost me to get in, or Tiffany, or Nick. You know what I mean? We're all paying the same. So
If you guys out there, if you guys got any questions that you guys like to ask Nick and Tiffany, please let us know.
yeah, there's like 22
Oh,
people
yeah.
out there right
Also,
now.
if there's anybody new getting into fishing that's having troubles with anything, or they need help with learning how to tie hooks, or if they need help on
That's
recipes
awesome.
on how to make the bait pack good, or
That's awesome.
anything like that, I'm willing to help.
There you go.
I'm willing to help teach and promote and advocate carp fishing.
That's
you
what I
know?
like. Are you guys still a team? Indie Hawk Hunters? Is that name still around?
You know it is. We still got the shirts that Jim Donlin had us made at Westside.
The Jim. Hey, did you guys see Jim at the chili meet?
Yeah, I did run to Jim, and it was really a pleasure to.
It was.
because I hadn't
It was
seen
pleasure
him in a
and
few
sad,
years.
really.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little different without him
Yeah.
in the loop like he used to be. You know,
Yeah.
but you
but-
know, people grow and they move on. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
people
But-
change, feelings change.
You know what I noticed about him, and like I seen him a week prior to the actual chili meet. Me and my old lady went and we took her grandmother out to eat. So I was dropping, I dropped him off first. Bam went in and ate when we was leaving. So I was going to the car to pull it up front. Well, as soon as I walked in the door, bam, there was Jim like right in my face.
The king.
Yeah, so we started talking, whatever, and he told me, and just from looking at him and talking to him right there, and then seeing him at the chili meet and seeing how genuine he was to sit there and buy, like he bought some rods off of Jeremy Burdine
He did.
that I think Jeremy Burdine maybe had bought off of Jim years,
he did.
like maybe years
I thought
prior.
that was really cool, and he
Yeah.
liked them too. He said he couldn't wait to get them out on the water.
Yeah, he said he's gonna fish Zonda, I think, this year.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep.
Yeah. I've heard some pretty nice fish in there as well from multiple anglers.
Hey, Jeffrey Williamson said, Nick, I need you to tie my hooks.
Hey, I will, buddy.
There you go.
He said he definitely will, Jeremy, or Jeffrey.
You furnish the materials. I'll sit through and show you how to tie them, or I'll tie them up by the 10 for you. It don't matter.
Do you know how to do your own hair rigs too, Nick?
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I take pride in doing that, man. I love
It's work.
watching Corda videos of
There you go.
you know, all the guys on Corda and just all your big name wild water guys. I remember watching Terry Hearn videos when I was like 12, 13 years old on YouTube and stuff, and learning, just absorbing all that, how to tie rigs, presentation, you know.
He didn't say anything about taking fish fighter.
I enjoy that. I like sitting down and tying my own hair rigs. I would rather tie my own than go and buy store-bought pre-ties. I mean, it's just how I am.
Everybody.
I feel confident in the way I tie my hooks, and I think they got a good hookup ratio. And
Nice. Throw some questions out to you real quick. Okay. Do you flavor your bait? Well, that's a stupid question, Nick.
Yeah.
actually, sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't. That was a good question.
Oh, really? I'm like, every time I see your hands is like dark flavor.
Yeah, because sometimes that's a decoy.
Yeah. Okay.
That could have been from last night.
It could be. All right,
It could
here.
have been for my 12-hour or my 24-hour before the tournament.
Here's one for you guys. Okay. What would you say is your favorite memory or a special moment in carp fishing?
One of my favorite and most memorable and cherishable moments was actually catching that fish twice in the same
Del Hollow?
session. Because, you know, I was depressed. After I lost that fish, when I lost that fish, I thought, well, damn, I might have blew my chance on ever catching my first Del Hollow carp, you know?
Yeah.
And then,
Man, we was hard. Hey, don't let.
we had already wasted 3.5 days on another island.
We was depressed.
Done used, you know, 3/4 of all of our chum out there and everything.
We was
started to really lose hope.
Did you guys hug?
Hey, we was depressed. We was mad.
Did you guys hug?
Huh?
Did you guys
Man,
hug?
we was.
Did you guys cry?
Man,
Did you cry?
we was mad. We sit out there for a whole week.
I would cry.
Didn't catch shit.
I would cry.
Yeah, they had us out on an island that they had never fished off of before, and they kept talking about chemicals.
I want to say we was on. Hey, wasn't we on Big Go Island?
You might have known Big. Was
No,
it?
we were on Geiger. We were on Geiger.
Oh, okay.
Big Old Island's awesome.
Geiger Island.
I love
way past Lilydale and everything.
Hey, Todd Bright said. He said, "What's Nick and Tiffany's go-to flavor?"
Oh, there you go. Is that a
For bait
secret?
or for pickups?
He said for a bait or a pickup, Todd.
Well, go ahead and tell us both of them.
It is no secret.
I'm a big fan of grape. Grape is an all-around fish catcher everywhere I go.
Is it a certain type of grape?
Fish on grape.
Is that a certain grape or just?
Wicked, obviously.
Oh, of course.
Well, I mean, before I was repping Wicked and before Wicked was heard of,
Yeah.
we used to throw a lot of R&W. We still throw a little bit of R&W at times. I mean, we still throw a little bit of everybody. I'm a fisherman. Yeah, I'm sponsored by Wicked, but if I like certain flavors or if we have a certain feeling about certain flavors that we've done on in the past,
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't see anything wrong with that.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Cause I do the same thing, you know, and nothing against, obviously I'm sponsored by Lake Monster,
and that's the tension that I don't want, that I kind of feel like I've been having lately, because I don't want to feel like I'm being disrespectful to my sponsor by using other flavors, but as a fisherman, I got to use what works and what works best for me.
I mean,
and that's why I think it should be, you know what I'm saying, like, like I said, I'm sponsored by Lake Monster, but at the same time, like Nick and Tiffany just said, I'm gonna use whatever I feel like I'm gonna use. I'm not getting paid to
kind of like
to rep Lake Monster.
Yeah.
Nick's not getting paid to rep Wicked Flavor. It's just something. It's a choice that we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. If I was if I got all my flavors for free
Right.
from Joe, I wouldn't throw nothing else. I wouldn't throw no R&W chow. You know what I mean? Because
You don't like
that's all I ever throw. Period.
You don't
Is
like
let-
the hand that feeds you.
No, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? If I was getting all my flavors for free, you know, and I, as a field tester,
Right.
I wouldn't even think or even talk about throwing another flavor company. You know what I mean? And I'm sure Nick would probably do the same thing if Ron was like, "Hey, look, Nick, I'm just gonna give
Well,
you."
that's the thing. Ron hasn't made me pay for a dollar on flavor. I've never paid a dime for it. He's been a cool enough guy that when I needed something, he just told me, "Give me a list of what you need, and I'll get it for you."
Yeah.
And I've tried to pay him, and he told me I've tried to forcefully pay him, and he just told me he didn't want to accept it.
That's pretty cool. That's
I mean, I really can't do nothing about a man's wishes and what he has in
Yeah.
mind. So, I really respect that about Ron. He's really been an outgoing guy as far as flavors. He cheered Tiffany on all day throughout the championship. He's never
What?
had a bad thing to say about me or anybody for that matter.
Yeah.
I've never heard a bad comment or remark about anyone ever from Ron.
Yeah.
That's why I don't ever mind
And
shouting him out.
And I always shout Ron out. When I catch fish on his flavors, that's the honest and right thing to do is to give him his credit.
That's true.
I give credit where it's due.
That's true. That's true. I believe that. So there you go, Nick. You kind of said it right there in that one little spot. Tiffany, why don't you tell everybody out there what you won at the last tournament last year? No, it was this year. No, last year. Last year, back in October. Was it October?
At the championship, total, I think I brought around
No,
93.
no.
300.
Who won that? Who won that tournament?
That
And
was me.
Okay, and what was the name of that tournament? The
The Midwest Cartmasters Championship.
And as
And
a
that was actually the very first
yes,
one
that
in that
was
series.
that was the first one, and also a woman that actually won a championship like that, I believe. Ever. I mean, this is the first tournament, but you had your
there was tournaments.
MPQs.
Yeah, there was the MPQs that was going on before, and
and
the
there was always the men that dominated
championship.
until a woman carp angler, won it. So I mean, that's great.
Kudos to her. That's a big accomplishment.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, but I mean, really kudos.
Official women.
Yeah.
It's really kudos to both of you guys because
Yeah.
you guys are a team. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like,
And you came in.
I was fishing right across. I wasn't like right across from. I was like right across from Nick really because he was on the point in four. And I seen Tiffany over there too, and Nick was running over there just as much helping Tiffany. You know what I mean? It was a team effort.
You guys, people on the YouTube channel and Facebook.
Sorry to cut you off. Also seen in your video interview with Tiffany.
Yeah,
She
that's
had
it.
one lift her pole up that she did.
You seen that? You seen that little arrow?
Yeah.
I was like, I started making that video.
I was like self-shocked. I was like, no way.
Yeah, I was.
No, honestly, after I watched that, I was like, oh man, that could have been the topper.
I know.
Like, that would've
And I
been
took it away from you.
probably a buck.
I'm so sorry. I took it away from you.
What did it do? Because I didn't see that part.
If you seen the
It just
video,
lifted up and dropped.
I was interviewing.
It stood straight up.
yeah.
It went straight back down.
The
And then it
rod.
didn't make-
She was facing me, so she wasn't facing the rods. Now, when I was interviewing her, and then I was going to interview Nick, in the background, when she was looking at me, and I was asking her questions, on the video, one of her rods standing up.
Yeah.
It went right back down. It's a fish that she missed. But, yeah. You'll see it, because I had an
I
arrow.
think it's really cool you capture the memories for all of us guys and gals that fish out there. I think that's really something that I've really enjoyed over the years. I thought that's really cool to broadcast and put it out in the front.
Yeah. I was just glad just to get done with that video.
We've came a long way from me and Tiffany both. We came from throwing spinning reels. We used to throw nothing but downriggers and open faces, and we've you know, came from that all the way to baitcasters. Growing up, I could never throw a baitcaster. I thought I never would in my lifetime.
Sorry, I still can't.
I don't even know if I don't even know if we'll be doing any videos at any pay lakes this year.
Do.
I mean, I'm sure we might squeeze a couple in, man, but
We're talking about doing some
more wild water stuff.
more wild, probably the beginning of the Midwest and the end of Midwest, and
We'll probably catch the couple, maybe the first couple, and then obviously really catch the championship.
Troy Taylor down south. I think he's talking about, well, in PA. Sorry, Pennsylvania. He's talking about he's going to do a little blog of him, and he's part of one of our teammates. He's going to do his own little blog, I guess, you know, tournaments over there, you know, on the, and you know, that's just basically what the whole team, about Team Fish Fighters. We just got the passion for carp fishing, and that's what, and we just want to capture every little single moment.
And carp care.
And carp care. And the history of the whole.
Since you're talking about him, you know, one thing I will say is Troy Taylor's really, really, really cool. And I realized that when we went to PA for a tournament, it was actually the tournament that Nick qualified. No, he didn't even really know us, honestly.
He hit that. That's when Nick hit that 28-pounder, wasn't it?
Yes, that's when Nick hit the 28. But before the tournament even started, Troy Taylor walked his scooter over to me and said, "Hey, I want you guys to use this for today. You guys are not going to tell me no. You guys are using this scooter for today."
He's a very humble person.
He really is.
So
and he just got married too.
No, Troy? He didn't get married.
Right,
He didn't get married?
No, his son got married.
Oh, I just seen it was a wedding. I thought he got married.
No, his son got married.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his son. They went to Disneyland, Disney World, and all that stuff.
So he's very awesome. I mean, that's like one key thing that I remember about him. He was
I remember him coming and cracking our jug money too.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, I mean
10,000.
That guy's a beast too.
He is.
He's a beast.
Glad to have him, you know, to be a part of our team. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
He's really good with carp care too.
Yeah.
You know,
He's
that's really our main thing.
Good guy. He's a genuine person. He's humble.
I'm sure we just gave Troy a big head.
Yeah. We still got a lot of landing mats left too, man, that I'll be handing out this year too.
Why didn't we give those things out?
I want to get into a lot more wild water tournaments this year. I want me and Tiffany to start getting into them type of tournaments just to kind of get our name and show people that not only can we dominate in the Pay Lake sometimes, we can still do that in the wild too. Like,
that's what I like.
Don't think that because we're Pay Lake fishermen that we ain't got the knowledge to go out there and put them big unseen fish on the bank.
Okay, so
I will put some of them pigs on the bank.
So so what you're saying is so you're gonna back that.
What I'm saying is I'm looking for a team to get into these Baldwinsville and Connecticut tournaments. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So are you saying that you're trying to go to New York this year?
That's a big thing on my bucket list.
Yeah.
Man, if I'll be honest with you, Nick,
I would love to cherish them memories and make them memories.
It's a fishing trip of a lifetime.
And possibly a third, you know, because we can't do it alone.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, you'll definitely need a third, man. Do you know what I mean? But you know, I think registration's going to be here. You know, they're going. Obviously, the top 10 teams from last year will have first dibs.
First dibs.
Oh, nice.
Yep, on the first 10, and then I think there's only going to be 50 spots this year, and the registration will be here in the next couple of weeks, sometime in March. I want to say they open up registration.
Oh, there you go.
Because it's in May. So, but that's definitely a good tournament, man. I think, you know, to be able to go fish that tournament, because 95% of the who are from all around the world.
And they're the world's best anglers.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm sure there's some better anglers, you know, that don't make the tournament or don't get in it for their own reasons, but you have to know your stuff, man, when it comes to that, because it's just a non-stop tournament, man, that you can catch.
And it's a big investment, just getting there.
It is, you know what I mean? Like, be nice to have sponsors. You know what I mean? Somebody that would sponsor
it would
a
really
team.
be nice to get some hardcore sponsors. Like that's one thing I really would like to try to get throughout the time of my fishing career, or just I would. There's a lot of places that sponsor like little leagues and stuff like that. I mean, I don't see carp fishing really as much as anything different. I mean, it's a sport, and if there's people out there that ain't really into the sport, but they're into it as far as like wanting to watch and learn and see different content and stuff, I don't see nothing wrong with trying to seek a little sponsorship. It's not a cheap hobby.
So if we got any questions on Facebook for anybody out there?
Oh yeah, this is a first. Ding 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 ding. This question is for James.
Oh man.
Yeah, J. Allen Dotson said he has a question for James.
Okay.
So go ahead, Jay. What do you got for James? How can we get on James today? And anybody else got a question out there for Nick and Tiffany?
Well, for one, I would like them to subscribe.
Subscribe. Will there ever be this is actually a good question. Will there ever be a Westlake tournament again?
Doubt it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's even a question I've been wanting to ask.
Yeah. Well, see,
James has a lot man. A lot of people don't even realize, man. James has a lot going on, man.
He is a busy dude.
I mean, he's
bottom feeders blowing up.
Yeah, I mean that's been blowing up too, like you just said, man. Plus,
Give a shout out to him.
Thank you.
I use some of your stuff.
Yeah. Which product do you like?
I like the new giant corn.
Oh, the jumbo corns? Gotcha.
I like your tiger nuts and your flavored corn, man. You make some good pickups,
Well,
man.
thank you.
I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Appreciate that. That's right.
Your tigers were spot on, brother. I mean,
I tell you, that corn's hard to separate. Shoot, that's time consuming right there. The bad kernels and the good
little
kernels.
containers, your styrofoam pickups that you got, your toppers, you got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And
oh, look at James. Hey, man, stop, man. You guys are making James' head swell, man.
Gosh, go on. Yeah, go ahead. Say something else.
We're going to need a bigger room for a podcast.
Gosh.
Now, I don't mean to get off the subject, but you know what? One thing I did, I just heard you guys talking about was the sponsorship. I actually made a post one day. I don't know if you guys had seen it because I had deleted it. I had got a lot of, it kind of hurt my feelings. I got a lot of bashing for it, and I didn't really understand because a lot of my people, I run that little store in Beach Grove, the little ice cream store. A lot of those people, them older people, they love to hear my carp stories, my fishing stories.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends do that don't fish, and a lot of the Pay Lake people. I'm not gonna call anybody out, but they had commented on my post about a sponsor for what we do, and I was being serious. I was not trying to be funny. And, they had commented on there bashing me for it, so I deleted it, but...
No, actually,
saying,
that's awesome, really.
Wrong with that. I didn't say, hey, I'm asking for a free ride. This is, hey, can you help me out, sponsor me with what I love to do and this passion that I have for fishing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't, hey, can you pay for it? I mean, it wasn't...
No. To me, with this whole sponsoring thing, I mean, anybody could be a sponsor. I mean, you don't even have to be in a flavor business or a pack bait business or anything. I mean, heck, if NASCAR could have Tide as a sponsor, just Tide,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? Anything,
It's just you just got to come up with
apartment complex could have a
you just got to have terms and conditions. You know what I mean? Like I'm willing.
I would go as far as to getting T-shirts made and putting logos on my shirt and wearing it to every tournament and putting it in videos and putting it in content and advertising and stuff like that for companies and businesses that are wanting to get their name out there and wanting people to see it.
Matter of fact, a long time ago when we the team. Westlake apartment complex I worked for, they sponsored our team to pay for all the teammates to go into the autism carp
that's
tournament.
awesome.
See?
Yeah, that's something cool.
And,
I mean, that's...
But I think about maybe 10, 11 of us went, but they just give it a check and there, yeah. I mean, I'm sure Kroger's would do it. I mean, I heard Kroger's in Meyer. I heard.
I mean, I would do as far as much as writing up a contract and stating what it's being used for and everything and all of that.
I think if you was actually going to go to other people for sponsorships like that, I would probably say, hey, I'm trying to raise some money for this, for sponsoring ship. How much do you guys think you could give it? I don't know, try like for maybe $50 or something. Start out and then
Right. And that's a roundabout, of what my status was, but I didn't go from the actual carp community. It had shocked me. It was the actual people that I fished with every Sunday that had commented on there, and just they were basically making me believe that it wasn't possible. So.
Yeah, anything's possible.
We use a lot of equipment. We like you said, Walmart. I mean, we buy their easy ups. We buy this and that, chairs, lawn chairs, tents, and stuff. I mean, that all goes hand in hand. I feel like
Right.
Yeah, it definitely does. All right, I got another question for you guys. What is your PB common and mirror and buff and grassy? We look for
Just talk.
I have a 35.1 or 35.2 pound buff.
Nice.
From Indy Lakes. I have
I was there when you caught that.
I have a 32 and a 33 pound grass carp.
Now, hang on. I don't mean to cut you off. I'll never forget this. It's been a couple years. I was at Hubbard's Pond 3. I was fishing on the point, and lo and behold, here comes Nick. A couple hours late, like Tiffany just said. Threw his rods out. Bam.
Just like that.
Just
like that.
Hey, pull it up in the spot. And which one did you hit that day? Was it that 32 or that 33 grassy?
It was a 32.4.
Yeah, he hit a 32.4 grassy, man. Came in, everybody's, sitting there like, show up late, hit big fish.
That's another powerful fish right there. Grassy.
Yeah. All right, now go ahead, man, after your grassy.
So I got them grasses. Tiffany's got a 31 pound grass carp.
Nice.
She's got
Good job.
29 pound buffalo for her. My common, I have a 32 pound common from Dale Hollow. That's my PB common.
Beautiful.
I have a 32 pound or 31 pound 7 ounce mirror. That's my PB mirror. Tiffany's common is 35.8 and her PB mirror is 35.4 from Dale Hollow. Both the common and her PB common and mirror are both from Dale Hollow. Her PB grass carp is from Hubbard's and her PB buff is from Hubbard's.
Sweet.
And like I said, I got my personal best. I guess if you want to consider an Asian carp a PB, I got a personal best PB and Asian carp at 33 pounds from 1111.
Yeah. That one, you think that one big old Asian carp still 1111?
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah.
Man, how big was that thing?
76 pounds.
Man,
76 pounds. And that fish, it's hard telling, because Steve.
And I also seen like a 90 to 100 pound spoonbill get caught.
Oh no, Steve put the spoonbills in. He put a bunch of. Well, I mean, I would say he put at least 10 spoonbill in there.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm talking huge.
That place.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it definitely is. I wish.
I wish it would still be a lake for us to fish in our fishing series, but I fished, like I said, that's one of my first lakes I fished at, so that kind of had a soft spot on me,
Right.
I guess it was just how everything,
Just like
how
when the
fast
wheel
everything
went,
happened.
It was a bruiser.
All right, I got a question for you. And this is of course, I'll let Nick go ahead and go first, and then Tiffany. Who do you got?
First, of course.
Of course. No. Okay, no, we'll do you two. That's fine. Tiff?
Yeah, what's our
Ladies first.
James.
No.
Ladies first.
No.
Ladies first, James.
Go ahead, ladies
I know
first.
you got a crush on Nick, but damn, man.
Yeah, you know.
I guess I gotta shave my head, man.
Yeah, bro. Hey,
That's where
hey,
my
it's
fingers
that,
for his hair.
it's
That's all
that
I'm
long
gonna do.
hair don't care, bro.
You got it. That's the motto.
Do you put your hair up and like, you know, what's that, business in the front, party in the back?
Hey, do you guys ever fight over brushes?
Party in the back. For sure.
Oh, you guys do fight over brushes?
Yeah, actually, we do. She is my stylist as well.
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right, now what was you going
The
to ask?
question is, okay, who do you guys look up to as a mentor for advice on carp fishing?
One of my first big mentors, believe it or not, was Gilbert Huxley.
Yep, I can see that.
I looked up to Gilbert Huxley, you know, and I always seen him catching quality fish, and I seen he kind of got sponsored by
World
World
Class.
Class Baits and
Yep.
stuff, and I kind of always looked up to that. That's kind of the same lines of where I want to go and do in the carp community, you know. And
Yeah.
He's definitely made a name for himself too,
Oh, yeah.
man. It was good to see him at the chili meet, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if
It
you guys,
was.
I don't know if you guys watched our podcast, man, with Gilbert or not, man. But if you guys ain't watched that one, Nick, that'd be definitely a really, really good one to go back and watch and listen to, man, because he
Very
spits,
knowledgeable.
he spits some knowledge out
And
there. Man.
Tiffany said her biggest, like, not mentor, but if she could be like anybody in the fishing community, she said she would like to be like Basso Estimov from North Carolina and
Oh.
Bulgaria.
Yeah, hey, I was about to say he's a basketball coach too, ain't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He just got a coaching degree.
Yeah,
Nice.
I just seen that. He just posted that not too long ago.
Yeah, because I follow him on Facebook.
Yeah, for sure. I've been to North Carolina and was fishing at Pops, and he was there fishing at Pops. And
Yeah, he was there when you was there when we was down there too. We
yeah,
was all down in North Carolina and stuff, Tommy. So
yeah,
you know who he is.
yeah. I mean, you can't miss him. He's like shit. He's
Yeah,
like,
I mean he's like
he's like
the tower up
seven.
there.
He's like 7, 8 foot tall, man. He's a big guy.
He's a big dude, man.
Yeah.
And what caught Tiffany's eye, she said, is that he wasn't fishing with Pay Lake rigs and Pay Lake style setup. He was using a wild water setup.
Yeah, he was. He did have some
He was using
bigger.
10 or 12 foot rods with
Oh,
the
wow.
tripod and the alarm delcums and everything. And he was pulling them in left and right.
Nice.
He was roping them.
And he catches big fish.
Yeah. All right. So this next question obviously is for both of you guys. What do you guys prefer the most? Lakes, rivers, ponds, or canals?
Ponds.
I guess when we say ponds, I guess it would be pay ponds. You know what I mean?
I prefer reservoirs.
Yeah. Nice.
Lakes, pretty much, yeah.
Reservoirs.
Reservoir and lakes, bigger bodies of water, because obviously
I
they're
prefer bigger bodies of water because really I'm into targeting. I'm wanting to get into targeting bigger fish more. So for me to be able to do that, I'm gonna have to target lakes and reservoirs with
Mm-hmm.
you know, they gotta have predatory fish in them to keep the scale of the fish bigger.
But you gotta be honest, it's just the gambler in us, really.
It's the gambler in us that keeps us in the pay lake is really what it is. It's just the thrill of
The hillbilly gambler?
you know, being at.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hillbilly
We're
casinos.
gamblers. It's in our blood.
It really is, man. Like
It's fun sometimes. Yeah.
we get to actually fun fish our lakes here. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
when you get to North Carolina and stuff like that, I mean, you can go down
Yeah,
there.
there is no fun fishing. They don't do ticket fishing unless
Yeah,
it's
and
off season. Or
yeah, unless
something.
it's an off season, they just open up the lake or something like that. But most of the time, it's straight tournament style. So it is. It's like going.
It's a tournament every day, all day, at every pond.
Yeah.
Down there.
It's 7 day, and that's 7 days a week.
That's the thrill of it, though. That's what I like. I like being able to compete, and you know, there's always going to be that I want to be the best, even if you ain't. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to want to be that. I mean, I think that's at least how everybody would want to be. You would want to consider yourself the best, or
Yeah.
you would want to be the best. But
You like the competition.
There's no way to really claim being the best until you go and compete against the best and prove yourself.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
Amen. I got the trophy for that. So
Yeah.
I want my credit where it's due. I know that.
Yeah, you don't.
Since the NPQs.
You already got the credit though, Tiffany. You know what I mean? Like, don't let nobody take nothing away from you, man. Like, you won fair and square. There wasn't, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You don't do it any different than anybody else.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? You had, everybody had the same opportunity, you know what I'm saying, that I had or Nick had or you had, you know what I mean? Everybody could have produced, you know what I mean? Like, I had a good ass draw. I went straight to deep water just like you guys did, you know what I mean? But we just, you know, I just couldn't find what they wanted.
Tiffany
You know what I
says
mean?
she feels like being a woman in the Pele game is just a little bit different. She said she feels like a 10-1 underdog at all times.
How many women?
And it shouldn't be like that, you know what I mean? But that's just how it is in our Pay Lake community, you know what I mean?
How many women Pay Lakers are there?
And nothing against nobody, but like in that interview that you had with Phil that morning of the championship, not one time did he say that he thought a woman or a fish or a woman was going to win. He kept saying this, that guy, if he wins, or if he wins this, you know? So, I just kind of feel like sometimes people do take away from Tiffany, but Jenny, I'm not going to, Jenny's,
Yeah.
I mean,
But I think there's only how many, let's see, you got,
Probably the best way to say it is angler.
well, I mean, you got, we only have a handful of females that come and fish. We got Tiffany, Lindsay, Jenny.
Jim Waverly's wife.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say it. Her.
Yep.
Jim Waverly's wife.
Yeah.
Yep. Like, we only got probably like 5. And we know 4. I don't even really know who to really even say for the 5th. You know what I mean?
What did you say, Jen?
Yeah.
Moberg's wife sometimes fishes.
Yeah, but I'm talking like, you know, as far as it's coming to the, you know, to the MPQs and fishing or not the MPQs, but the the qualifiers or whatnot. You know what I mean? Like, they come and do it thoroughly and is there every week or every other week, like how we are. You know what I'm saying? Faithful, dedicated, addicted.
That's the good word to use.
It is. It's addictive, man. I don't know what I don't know what I would do if I lived in North Carolina. I probably, you know what I mean? Like, you down there, your job you could really be a carp fisherman.
I'd be homeless if I lived in North Carolina because I'd be fishing every day.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, some of them guys down there, man, that's what their job is. They're good. They're good at what they do, and they know the ponds, and they know there's going to be a tournament every day of the week. So people can go down there. You know, I'm not saying it would be a good job to have. I mean, obviously everybody loves to fish.
In the summer, you could run up enough money from fishing tournaments to where next season you would be able to fish.
Yeah.
All season if you wanted to or something, you know, but
because you can go down there and hit a tournament every day.
I go to work every day to take. Me and Tiff both. We work every day. We got a son at home, and that's what comes first.
Yeah.
Is our family, and we're very family oriented.
It should be, yeah, definitely.
And
that's awesome, really. That's awesome.
Yeah. And you know, this is just something that we enjoy doing together on the side for a hobby. And it's no different than people that are into bowling or people that are into golf or, you know, so on and so forth. It's just a hobby and it's just something to do and make memories. And, I mean, I can't tell you how many good souls and good people I've generally met in the fishing community.
Okay.
That will take their shirt off their back and give it to you and be there to help you.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a small family, so you could say.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing I noticed about, especially with Pay Lakers.
They do all stick together.
Yeah. If there's something that happens tragically, and they want to raise money for that person, what they do it at the tournament. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we come together
and they raise money for that person.
And it's no different than, you know, being a charity rider or something for a motorcycle group. You know, you're going out for right things in life and supporting people in the time of need when nobody else will. And, you know, you never know what somebody's going through from day to day or, you know, what their life is like.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so I got a question for you, both of you guys again. I guess Tiffany. Who would you got? The question's for both of you guys, but who would you guys say is your biggest carp competitor in fishing?
You guys just want us to say their names, huh?
No.
They just want us to hear it. I mean,
What?
they just want to get us going, huh?
No, I mean.
I'll break out the rods right now.
We are Sunday.
I mean,
You know what? Okay, so no shame to anybody. Like
No.
I said, we really love everybody in the carp fishing.
It's not just one single.
Yeah, that's what I was. It's not just
Okay.
one or two people.
top 5.
If I could give a top 5, okay, here's my answers. And look, this is just me just being real.
That's fine.
This doesn't take away from anybody.
Exactly.
I know I'm good. I know my Nick
I totally
is good,
agree.
but I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we have grown up watching Nick Bright kill it. I'm not gonna lie. He has
Nick's
been,
awesome.
I mean,
He's been the
Nick,
staple of the
you know.
beds.
And do you guys really know why Nick's really like that? A lot of people don't really, maybe they don't want to admit it, is because when Nick was young, Nick was going to North Carolina and shit before.
I can see that.
He was going to North Carolina and fishing way before a lot of us even thought about going there. And a lot of this,
All right, so now that we got him, I'm just gonna say, so he was the first. Not gonna lie. I mean,
That's fine.
that's just honest. That's from me.
Everybody's
being,
got their opinion.
A carp fisherman in the community, seeing it for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
I would have to say, probably Phil Lucas. I
Phil.
mean,
yep,
He's good.
That's
he's
that's
a
just
monster.
somebody who's always, a
Consistent.
competition to us.
Consistent.
So.
Yes.
The people that she's naming off are people that are consistent. You know what
I
I
would
mean?
have to say Gary Barnes. He would be, one of the ones for me. Ron Matthews.
Ron. Yeah.
And then for my fifth, I mean, it would. What's the older guy that drives the Cadillac there?
Oh, Tim Robinson.
Tim Robinson.
Yeah.
So
Tim and Nelson probably would have been my top 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, my top 5 is Chris Nelson, Tim Robinson, Phil Lucas, Nick Wright, and probably no. I ain't gonna take nothing from Stanley neither.
Stanley's
we're
good.
still
Hey, yeah.
We're still a team, but we're competitive at the same time. And
Yeah.
Didn't Stanley win the what was it, the Poundage tournament or something like that this year? Remember?
no,
remember?
we've placed in multiple of them, but we've never actually won first place.
Nope, he did get beat out right at the end though, didn't he?
Yeah.
By somebody in Palm 1, I want to say.
Actually, me and Stanley, we had the tournament.
We placed 4th, we placed 5th, and I think we placed 3rd once.
Nice.
I think 3rd is the highest we've made it as far as on a team poundage.
And when you ask us that, we don't mean that is our.
No.
That's by no means our favorite people. We're
That's
saying
just-
that is.
That's just your opinion. That's
That's the people that are
In the years that we have been
consistently,
fishing.
yeah, that
You're
are
saying
people
it.
that
People you can't count out to beat you on
Yes.
Big Fish of the Day.
I mean, right now, I'm just pissed off because my name wasn't in it. I mean, what the heck? Why? See.
No.
You know we love you, James.
We've never competed against each other, James. I really don't know your fishing background. That's something I would.
Because I'm always in
enjoy
stealth
seeing.
mode. Stealth mode.
I would enjoy spending
That's all
a
good,
good
man.
trip with you out on the bank sometime.
Well, we're definitely gonna do that one day.
Yeah, because I'm sure, hey, I'm sure James has got
I need to
some.
learn some of your cast iron skills and stuff too.
I tell you, me and Tia, we.
I mean, you got the biggest collection I've ever seen. You
I
ought to be in
do.
the Guinness Book of World Records for cast iron.
He does too, and they use them all the time too. They're not just sitting there for
I
little.
think I got 125 just hanging in my kitchen.
I mean,
Different
you're
types.
no rookie when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Fishing, we're not even gonna talk
Yeah,
about
we're not
that.
talking
'Cause
about
if you go
Hey,
fishing,
I ain't gonna lie. I seen him I seen a few of his blogs and videos and stuff, and I've seen his son Hunter
Wow.
being a camera camera guy for him a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what you didn't see is behind that before the camera started.
There was money involved.
Yeah, it was James holding money, paying somebody else to let you know what I mean, hold his fish or their rod.
Hunter made out
Well,
like a rock.
right now, I got a question for James.
Okay, go for it.
Did you get with Billy on his hair products?
Hello, yeah. Ow!
Billy D. Haven.
That boy is sharp up there, ain't it, boy?
I tell you,
Hey,
Billy did have some he had some sexy hair back
then.
then. Yeah.
You're nothing short of your prime right now.
I know.
Hey, from the
I'm 52 this year.
pictures that
You been
Billy.
hitting the gym?
Huh?
You been hitting the gym?
Yeah, hey, he.
Oh,
hey,
far from it.
Hey, that's from lifting all them
I've been-
black iron skillets, bro.
I've been looking at the bottle. All right, so you only told us 4. Who's your 5th one?
My 5th one would be Stanley.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Stanley's good. He's really
Stanley's
good.
one of my best friends, and he's
Yeah.
one of my biggest competitors. We always have a little side going thing on who's got the biggest or caught the most. Or,
There's nothing wrong with
we're
that.
always having
It's
that
awesome.
brotherly competition between each other and trying to
Boost
make
each
each
other.
other want to do better and be better.
That's great. That's awesome.
So this.
They go the same
That goes hand in hand with us as a fishing couple. You know, we're always striving to push each other to be better.
Steve
We're always
Bravers.
trying to
Who?
grow and
No,
learn
that's
a little
Stanley.
more.
Yeah, he's one of the wild cards I'm thinking of.
So this next question is obviously for both of you guys. I know you guys said something about going a little bit more wild this year and fishing some of the bigger tournaments, but what is one of your guys' dream lakes that you guys have on your bucket list that you want to
Oh, there
fish?
you go.
I want to go to Lake Fork, Texas, but honestly, a big dream and goal of mine is to fish over in UK. I want to go fish that Lake Danny Fairbass and Quarters come up with called Disney Norton.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's a beautiful lake.
Yeah. Can you guys hear us out there?
What do you guys think about? You sound like you're like you like to watch YouTube channels a lot, Nick, on carp fishing. What do you think about Carl and Alex breaking up? Not saying breaking up, but they're brothers.
They're
But
going separate ways and stuff.
yeah,
I liked a lot of their content. They had a lot of good content and stuff, and it's a lot of stuff. A lot of the reason why I watched a lot of YouTube videos and stuff was not only for knowledge, but was to just kind of get that feel for like
the family.
how to be if you were to be in front of the camera, and just a lot of different things, as far as like how to have multiple rigs and open your varieties up on presentations on how to catch fish and how to present a better pickup so that way it stands out and they want to get it and stuff. And it's just, I grew up watching them do their thing and stuff, and it's just something that I've kind of thought about doing is starting a YouTube channel. Me and Tiffany we've had a lot of interest, and a lot of people tell us, hey, you guys should try this, or you guys should do that. I believe you guys can do it. You guys would get views and stuff, because even though people may not know about carp, it don't mean that they're not interested in watching somebody catch them or
You know what's crazy? Like
it's like a virtual reality experience, kind of. It's like a virtual fishing trip, if you could say.
Yeah.
Over in the UK, like in the United Kingdom and stuff, man, when they first start fishing over there, bro, like they're not even allowed to catch any big fish. They start them out really, really small, like catching some. You know how like you've been to Indy Lakes?
Little hatchery lakes where they only catch 4 to 10 or 12 pounds.
Yes, and they're so small. I think they're only allowed to use like little
match fishing.
Match fishing.
Yeah, like magic or
Are you talking about
maggots.
those rods? Match fishing.
It's almost like a big cane pole kind
Yeah, that's match fishing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I met a guy. Matter of fact, he's in the United States. His name was Nick. Too. I can't remember his last name, but he match fished during the tournament trail. Now, if anybody remembers that, Jim Donald's Hoosier Carpers Tournament Trail. There's a guy named Tony. I believe his name is that's Tony. His name's Tony, and he match fished a lot within our tournaments. He gave a lot of people worth their money.
Didn't
Yeah.
For the run for their money,
Yeah.
he was a pretty good fisherman.
Yeah. I mean, because match fishing is basically way up to the bank area.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you're fishing in close quarters, so you got to be quiet and everything like that.
And he just basically, there's a chair you had to sit down. You had a bunch of these long rods. You take them apart, going so many far, and then you had this little spoon-like that had your pack ball, and you just basically drop it,
Yeah.
right there, and then you had that little hook that just goes right on top
with
of it.
like a little like a little maggot on it.
I would like to do a YouTube video on that, how that, somebody.
Just how it works, and
Yeah.
maybe just actually see, but
It's
it'd be
different.
hard. It'd be hard to do that though, Polly.
Yeah, I mean,
Just because
but
you gotta be able to see
it's
it.
it's just a different way of carp fishing.
Yeah.
It's very fascinating. Just kind of like
It is because they go real light, no weight sometimes. And
Hey,
the single presentation, little single grain of corn.
I feel like Tiffany's.
is Tiffany started.
Yeah, I feel like Tiffany's getting some stuff started. But this question is for you, Nick. Okay.
Get some stuff started.
Somebody's sleeping on the couch tonight.
Oh, gosh.
This question goes. It's for Nick. Nick, does Nick, do you feel like Tiffany carried you last year?
Put him in the backpack.
Back.
Yeah.
Don't be Nora.
Actually, no, I don't feel like she carried me last.
You came in fifth in the
Hey,
championship tournament, right?
that was her friend that said that too. Just so you know.
Yeah, I know who it was. It was Brett.
Shots fired, you guys.
Shots fired.
It was Brett under a decoy name.
Yeah, under a fake Facebook account.
Really, Tiffany does carry me sometimes. I mean, I'll be honest.
It's a two-way street, though.
There's days where we go fishing, and there's days where she wins all the money, and I don't win nothing. She just happens to catch the right fish,
Yep.
And some days it's like that for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say because I've been there, I've seen it.
From to not really wanting to pack her own bait and all that to now where she's at now, and how much she's developed as a fisherman, it makes me feel good. because
See, there you go. There you go. You did it again. She's a fisher woman.
Yeah.
Probably the best way to say is angler.
I mean, I can't tell you. There's probably only a few guys that would be able to have a girl go fishing with them, and I think Tommy's got an up and coming fishing woman.
Man, she don't. But man, listen, she grew up fishing, and over the wintertime we purchased a boat, so that's that's gonna be
Something.
You purchased a boat and didn't tell me?
yeah, we
What?
Well, he tried to sell it.
I was gonna raffle it, man, because
Yeah,
I
we
ain't gonna lie, me and TP do have a pay lake relationship.
ship. Yeah, that's my boo thing.
That is
But yeah, man, like we bought a boat, man, and like as soon as we bought that boat, like we got sick. We got sick with COVID, man, and so I was gonna raffle it off, and then the raffle didn't fill up fast enough, so I was like, you know what, we're just gonna keep it, man.
It's fine.
Yeah, so we went ahead and kept it, man. Like, I'm gonna be Dale Hollow's definitely on the list
We have
this
to
year.
get out and go crappie fishing and stuff, bro.
Ooh,
I'm a fisherman of all species. It goes far beyond just carp fishing.
Yeah.
Me and Tiffany, we love to go fishing for crappie,
Me and,
bluegill bass.
And that I plan on it,
Anything
bro.
that bites.
I plan on going to Reelfoot Lake this year. I haven't been there since I was about 16 years old, man. And there's some monster crappie in there.
That's what me and
Bluegill, crappie.
Yeah.
that's what me and my woman Tia.
But yeah, man, like
We're gonna go wade fishing.
the boat that we got, man, it's pretty nice, man. It's got a brand new 25 horse motor on the back of it. It's a three-seater, but it holds up to 4. Got a nice little steering wheel on it and everything, man.
Steering wheel's important.
Yeah, well, most definitely you can. but yeah, man, like we plan on getting out. She just likes to cast out, reel in, cast out, reel in. She's not into the. She's been out there with me before, man. She just don't, it's boring to her. You know what I mean? I grew up doing this since I was 12, 10, 11, 12 years old,
Tia's like that way too. She likes that.
Yeah, she just wants to keep casting out, reeling in. So,
yeah, that's how Tia is.
We got. Go ahead.
Tommy, one thing I will say is that that was me about 8 years ago. Nick couldn't even get me to go with him if he begged me to go. It was just something that I just wasn't into. And then, I caught my first carp out at Hubbard's on Pontoon, and then, I was just hooked. If you would have asked me 5 years ago, would I ever switch from a lawn chair and spinners, I would have told you hell no.
And you know what's crazy? A couple years ago, I really tried to get her really, really into it. She was, she wanted the button pose, and I was, I bought her some ugly sticks, a matching set of 3 with matching reels, and I had them for like a year, and I don't think she only used them one time, and that was at Ace Lakes when they was still open. So that so that's been a while ago. And then she just never used them, so I end up selling them, man. And you know what's crazy? I just seen that same setup the other day for sale, all beat up and everything.
Probably, yeah.
That's a couple years
honestly, for any of the Pele guys or whatever, trying to get their women out there, the one thing that actually got me really wanting to do it is, seeing Nick want to teach me. If you guys are being mean to your woman and, you don't want her to go, of course she's not going to want to go. But, if you are wanting to, teach her, and show her and actually let her do it herself, I think that was a big yes for me, pretty much. I wanted, to do it on my own. But then I also wanted to be taught the right way, what I mean?
Me and Tia, we'll do a lot of pan fishing together. We'll sit on the bank. We'll have and Tia, she gets all excited half time, and she'll have a bottle running, and she'll go, "Hey, you're fishy, fishy, fishy." So she's got a little fishing song that she sings. She thinks it's going to bring the fish in all the time. And,
I love that.
Yeah, she hopes, and she, with her, she likes to try to get that fish in first before I get, And so I said,
she's trying to outfish you.
Yeah, definitely. So we're bobber fishing, just out there bobbing fishing for panfish, and I'll start
I love hearing stuff like that.
And,
if I could say one thing, I wish that I could just get more girls into it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be.
Maybe you should try starting to form a female-woman team.
That's a good.
Where it reaches out to women that may not be.
They
might be or something. They might just need to try it out. See if they like it.
I think there's a group. I think Amy. What's that girl's name? I'll say weird name from CAG, Carp English Group.
Yeah, where's she?
Amy Detromaski.
There you go.
That's her.
Ah, man.
Yeah, we did a podcast.
Yeah,
with
we
her
did a
too.
podcast.
I knew that name, but I didn't even want to try to pronounce it because
Yeah.
I probably would have messed it up.
I would mess it up.
I probably did mess it up.
No, you did.
But that's who we're talking to.
Yes, she started a woman's Facebook page, Carp Anglers, and
she's caught some pigs too,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
She sent us some nice pictures of some big
And she's
fish.
wild water, isn't she?
yeah,
Yeah. She's river. She loves the river fish.
I think she's from Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She loves to river fish, man. She said,
That's cool.
okay, check it out.
like all these questions that we asked
Her and her
you.
husband both fish, don't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
yep. It was. She's what is she? I won't say treasurer. She runs the Carp Anglers Group.
Website or something like that.
Yeah, she takes care of all the tournaments. Like the Big Four and the final.
I want to just get involved in fishing more
Yeah.
open wild water spots and open my origin up a little more
Right.
to we got some big fish waters here in Indiana that I think are really slept on.
Yeah.
We do, man, but it's not that they're really slept on. The only reason they're really slept on, man, is because a lot of them have been targeted, man, for bow fishing. You know what I mean? They get in there with them
That's
spotlights
the
and everything.
horrible thing about this. You know, like Lazy L down there in Terre Haute.
No.
I mean, last time I was out there, they were out on the boat hunting, out on a boat hunting and stuff, you know. And I've even had them come on to us at Dale Hollow right on top of our chummed up swim and be out there shooting fish right out of our hole.
Yeah.
I mean, I went as far as to try to sling 2 and 3 ounce sleds out there at them.
I probably would do the same thing if they was in my swim. Win, lose, or draw. You know
There's,
what
I mean, there should definitely be some kind of respect between two
I mean,
guys.
it's kind of crazy. You go to sleep of natural sounds and wake up at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning to fucking generators running and shit
Oh my God.
on the water.
You know what I
You're
call?
like, what the hell is going on? Is there people crowding in on us and you wake up and they're out there?
It's kind of like
shooting
basically
fish?
just like poaching in a way. That shine his big
It
old
is.
bright ass light on them, on top of them, and but I don't know. It's,
I don't know. I don't see the real fun of it, man. You're
Yeah.
killing an innocent creature and doing nothing with it.
right. I mean, it's I keep saying this all the time too. I mean, sometimes I don't see anything quite. I do see with bow fishing. I don't see anything really wrong with it, but if you're just killing it for fun of it and just thousands, I mean, I only can see it if you're going to just do it to eat your food. You see what I'm saying? If you're going to eat it
If
as,
you're gonna
as
eat
a
it,
food
fine.
process,
If not, you
you
know.
know, that's it. But as just for a sport and like just a waste of them.
I think it's just people that don't really see
Yeah.
the beauty of the fish
Oh,
that
yeah,
we
definitely.
see it as.
Yeah. There's. Well, you know.
Tiff's saying she thinks it's just like any other sport.
Yeah. I mean,
But you would think, you would see like from all the pay ponds and all that stuff, like you could just see how big carp fishing could be. And I'll tell you somebody that he's pretty well known, and I think he's probably taken one of the bigger steps I've probably seen.
you talking about Keith?
No, and that's Dwayne Davis
Oh, yeah.
with major
I'm
league.
with you on that.
He's
He's trying to take it to a different
He's trying to
level.
take it
He's
to a
serious.
whole nother level, and I'll tell you somebody
When
else.
When he said major league fishing, he's not kidding about that. He's
Yeah.
talking about,
It's guys like him, and who owns Proline?
Keith?
Keith Cisney.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's definitely headed in the right
Right.
direction.
He's got his
you know what I
products
mean?
into
Like
the
he's
Bass
got
Pro Shop.
he's got his products in there. But don't get me wrong, they may not be buying carp flavors or nothing like that from him yet, but he's got his foot in the door. That way, when
he's in Bass Pro Shop.
yeah, when
and
that curve does finally come around, you know what I'm saying, where people are taking notice to these big tournaments that they could be having on these
I
big
can't tell
places.
you how much interest it draws when we're out on, wild water venues, and you wouldn't believe the people that come up and are interested in the rods and the reels and,
Yep.
and the setup we're using, and they're just blown away by the.
Because they don't sell that stuff everywhere.
Well-
The only place you're going to see carp fishing gear is around mainly like pay lakes and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Unless you get more into the wild water side, which is over in the UK.
Well, you got to think about it. United States is kind of like backwards when it comes to carp fishing. Because everywhere around the world, carp fishing is a sport. England, sport, everywhere else.
Yeah.
But when you come to the United States, the sport fish is bass. You know what I mean? That's where the major competition. And
But see,
Yeah.
you see, they're having $100,000 bass tournaments. There's getting ready to be $100,000 carp tournaments.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it should be. I mean, you're just putting so much more money into carp fishing, into your guys' products like bivvies and your stands and your rods. You add all that up, that's comes almost to like a price of a nice bass boat. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah,
about just the
not
same.
only that, but it's no different than this. In every sport you're gonna have equipment.
Yeah.
And that's part of it, as in like what we're willing to go to the extent enough to go and do what we love doing, to be able to weather the weather, to be able to man the weather out there in a bivvy so you can withstand rain and different type of durations of weather. so you can be out there to catch them fish.
It's
Yeah.
going to catch.
In them crazy times, because believe it or not, man, the fish bite when the weather gets nasty.
It does.
Like at Del Hollow, it could be the water could be flat, could be blue skies and sunny out, and you won't catch a fish.
Yeah.
But if it's getting ready to rain and it starts getting nasty, what's it do? It blows the fish in. They start biting.
Yeah.
It does too, man, because they know there's feed and mud and
They
everything
know
coming
with
off
that
them
storm,
banks.
they may not eat right for the next 2 days, so they got to eat what they can.
Yep, you're right, bro. I mean, we've seen it with our own eyes, so.
So, you got any questions from Facebook people?
Let's see, man.
I do. I got a couple questions for you guys.
Yeah, go for it, bud.
What got you into wanting to create Team Fish Fighters, James?
Yeah, that's a good question. 'Cause
Little people.
that was before I was on the team.
Was it? Well, I tell
I
you.
mean, this is kind of a time out of my era, kind of. I mean, not necessarily
No.
my era, but like.
I tell you, what made me start Team Fish Fighters, it started with 6 pay lakers and 6 wild carpers. And
Like the Dirty Dozen.
the Dirty Dozen, thank you. And basically what I wanted, there was always a big conflict between wild carpers and pay lakers. And
Right.
yeah, you're not doing that right now, you know, and between fish, fish care with the pay lakers and then pay lakers, tell the wild carpers, that just mind your business kind of thing. You know what I mean? There's always a big conflict. So I just thought,
It's a very touchy subject because I
yeah,
mean,
it is.
you got some wild water guys that really frown upon us Pele guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why I said, both sides could learn off each other.
And they can because, there's some Pele guys that have gone to some of the wild tournaments and really dominated.
And so
Yeah, for sure.
I'm kind of like, so it made me kind of think, well, you're never going to get rid of pay lakers. There's no way. You're not going to get rid of pay lake ponds. There's too much money into it. So why can't we just go to, understand each other more and understand each other more where, bring out more carp care, you know what I mean? Within the pay lakes, start teaching them, and then there's a lot of pay lakers that was born and raised as pay lakers, and they don't know too much about wild carping hardly at all.
I was one of them.
Yeah.
You're very true on that because I was the same way.
Yeah, and so if you kind of teach pay lakers, hey, there is other things out there besides pay lake, and and you learn off the pay lake. And I still even think that's the same way with wild carping. I mean, you could learn off a pay laker, and still have good carp care and all that kind of stuff, such and such, and do your thing as a wild carper would do. And you might catch like a good little pocket change with it.
I just
too.
really see the only thing, the whole reason of you starting Team Fish Fighters was obviously, to bridge that gap.
Yeah.
Man, but
But
it's hard to bridge the gap without the pay lake owner's help.
exactly.
So
And-
what you wanted to do was to get wild carpers and Pele carpers on the same level ground to understand that
Each other.
even though we're Pele fishing and you're wild fishing, it's still the same thing.
And also, the main important thing too is teach more about carp care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
and I mean, because again, you're not going to get rid of pay lakers, but you can at least try to make the carp
Last long.
more healthier.
Last longer.
And if anything, if you're
Yeah.
wanting to be carp care, you're going to want carp care more in the pay lakes than you would the wild because the wild, you're not paying for fish. You're just going out there buying your fishing license and fishing.
Right.
In the pay lake, they're spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on fish.
Right.
And for them not to be treated for or cared for in the right way is just it's just a bad investment.
Yeah, and also too, the pay lake owners,
It's hard for them. They're stuck in between a hard place and a rock because
But-
if they say, listen, if they say from here on out you got to have a landing mat, a baby changing mat, or something to fish at my lake. There's some people out there that can't afford a mat,
Yeah.
or this and that and other. So now
I feel like
they're
it's
going to
bull.
lose business.
I feel like it's bull. If a pay laker could throw all that money in jug fishing, you could get like.
Like if you can spend $30 to $60 to go and fish,
Yes.
there's no reason why
We
you
can't have a landing
spend.
mat. Thank you.
Right, but but that's what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
You know, even though us as a
If
team,
you're not wanting to buy a landing mat, it just goes for saying that you really don't respect
Exactly.
the fish themselves.
Yeah, and for the Pay Lakers,
I mean, at
anglers,
the end of the day, if I was a fish, I'm still God's creature. He created us all.
yeah.
I feel like, I don't know. I just look at it like, hey, if that were me, I wouldn't want a size 12 boot kicking me back to the water, or I wouldn't want to be dragged up a gravel bank or nothing.
no, because a lot of people don't even understand, bro, about the fish and the scales and the slime that's on the
They
fish.
don't understand about how precious their gills are and how easily damaged they could be, and that's their way of living.
It's the slime, bro. The slime on the fish is
Slime,
what
too, that's a
is what
protective
helps
But-
to protect the fish. You know what
I
I mean?
do
If
think-
you're getting gravel
Right.
all up underneath their scales and everything, bro,
It's
of
terrible.
course it's not gonna live longer.
But doing team fish fighters, I have seen it catching. I have seen more carp care over at Pay Lakes now. I'm seeing cradles.
But that's individuals though.
No. Yeah, it's
That's people like Nick and Tiffany, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
and
there's
the
still
people
some
that
old
are
school
watching.
that's not doing it.
I mean, you got your old school guys that ain't gonna do it, but like I said, you just got people that are catching on from us, or
Yeah.
maybe we've donated some landing mats,
Yeah, I'm
or
not
you know
gonna
what I
sit
mean.
there and act like I haven't learned any carp care, because I follow Team Fish Fighters.
I used to be
since they
one of them.
started, and, I mean,
You know what I mean? When I first started Pay Lake
just growing
fishing,
up and buying all my fishing equipment from Westside, and just seeing the stuff that they have in there lets you know that there's, there's like different things you can buy to help keep the fish healthy.
Yeah.
I was one of them people, you know what I'm saying? Look at Nick Bright. What up, Nick Bright? Boy, his ears must have been burning a little bit ago. You know what I mean? All props, though. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, like it just, I was one of them people, man, that I grew up around carp fishing and stuff like that. And back when I first started carp fishing, there was no such thing as carp care. You know what I mean? Nobody was, I had kicked fish, and then once obviously I got older, and then bam, I started getting in the carp community in the Pay Lake.
I mean, carp care as far as not even using a knotted net anymore.
Yeah.
But I do think if a Pay Laker loves
Mark
carp
Miller?
fishing, he should be using carp care. And that's just not the respect to the carp; it's the respect to the
property owner.
the pay boss.
And you
Pay Lake
know
boss.
what, like, and
Pond ball.
Thank you, pay
and
boss.
I'm gonna say, like, there's
Because he spent all that money into that carp.
there's a lot of our lakes here. I mean, all of them spend money in putting fish in and
Yeah.
stuff like that. You know what I mean? But nothing against any of our Pay Lake owners here. You know what I'm saying? I don't. There's a lot of pond bosses out there that's really
Trying.
well. I mean,
There are some. I mean, you got salted tanks.
Well,
not
you know,
just
it
that,
is,
right?
they are trying, but there's,
They can try hard. So
being a
hard.
pond boss that's fine. You're a pond boss. You can state and do what you want on your own terms and stuff. But
yeah, but
don't be afraid to get more educated about your business.
or your
But-
pond on how to make your fish bite better, how to make your fish last longer, how to make your water and your pH balance better for your ponds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's why the lakes down there thrive so much, where the fish bite all the time and stuff, because they
Healthier.
take the proper steps that you have to take to make it that way.
yeah, and they do, and like you'll see them.
It's just like an instruction manual on putting together a dinette table. If you don't do it right, it's not going to come out right.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? There's some firm instructions on the marine. It's actually marine biology.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's science, man.
It is, man, and you actually see it, man. Like once, obviously, the way technology is now, even myself, and I'm sure Nick too. Like I've become friends and Facebook friends with a lot of lake owners down in North Carolina and stuff like that, and just seeing some of the pond maintenance that goes on in some of these places during the down season and downtime, and pulling out, lowering the water so low where they're pulling out all the snags, and they're adding the shelters. That way, if they're having a tournament and it's raining, you know what I mean? Like, they really cater to their fishermen, you know what I mean? Because they want them to come back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just,
But
I got a question.
yeah, the person behind, the person in the front row, go on.
Did you guys? No, Tish said, did you guys turn the comments off because they were blowing up? But then I was gonna say,
That's still there.
What,
no, there's only like 9 people on there watching. We went from like 24 to 9. That's why.
They're eating.
Nah, just people are just coming and going. You know what I mean? Some people, they come and watch for a little bit and then they'll come back and watch it later. So
Give me some thumbs up, guys. Give me some love.
yeah, social support, guys. I don't care if it's for me or Tiffany. I don't really care about anybody's support because I know who supports us, and I know who our loved ones are, and who care about us genuinely. But show some support to TP and James Sanders for trying to make a statement with carp fishing and trying to evolve the carp world.
Yeah, we try.
Getting everybody together and on the same page and letting people know not only about carp care and all that, but just showing people the sport.
Yeah.
we try, man. But it's everybody though
Yeah,
too.
respect.
It's
Thank you.
hey, and I appreciate that, and I know James does too, man. But we can't, we wouldn't be able to do it without everybody's help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a whole carp community thing. Obviously we just showed that at the chili meet. You know what I mean?
Oh,
With
man. I had a great
all
time.
the
Did
stuff
you, have a
that
good time? Did you guys have a good time there?
Yeah, I have a good time watching the content, and I'm glad to be a part of one. It means a lot that you guys even wanted to broadcast with us today.
Oh, yeah. Well, you guys are some great anglers. I mean,
yeah, you definitely,
yeah. And,
this is part of Tiffany's shine.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I really, both.
And Nick, you
really,
really fifth
I gotta
place.
say, both of your guys shine because you guys both placed. You know what I'm saying? You got first and fourth. Come on now. You know what I mean?
I'm her king in shining armor, and she's my queen in shining
there you
armor.
go.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it comes in hand. Like I said, man, it's a team effort from everybody, not just team
Like
fish
I
fighters.
said, there's days that she's better than me, and there's days that I'm better than her, and there's days where we both are doing well. But we learn from each other. Like, that's not going for saying that when I'm sitting there catching fish and she's not, I'm telling her, hey, you need to switch over to this and use this because this is what I'm using and catching my fish on, and
Nice.
vice versa.
Let's just say you're more of the stick with what you know. I'm the one that will
Tiffany's more of Tiffany's a little more of the,
try the oddball fish.
she'll throw some different stuff, even knowing that I'm catching them on a certain thing just to see.
Just because she wants to figure shit out on her own.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? She's like, I know you're catching them on that, but you're over there and I'm over here, so it could be a totally different pickup.
Your fish might be keyed in on grape, but I might be keyed in on banana or strawberry over here.
Yeah.
They might be hitting peach pickups in pond 4, but everybody in pond 3 is using strawberry and they're catching them.
Yeah.
Each lake is different.
It
so
is.
They
You're right.
like those certain flavors and they like those certain pickups and stuff,
I believe that. Yeah. So, well, I think we're coming towards the end of our show.
And I also,
Go ahead.
I'm also not only a carp fisher, I'm a cat fisherman and stuff too.
Well, there you go.
I just bought a cat rod for this season.
Nice. Yeah, I see that. You said it's a good sized picture of a, what is it, a flathead?
Yeah, big flathead look like.
Yeah, I got a big flathead. I'll send a picture of you guys. I think Tiffany didn't she meant to get me to send her the picture of my big blue cat, but I didn't get the chance to send it to her. I was busy at work.
Yeah.
But I got a 68-pound blue cat
Shoot.
from Hubbard's.
Man. Yeah, did you ever catch any big cats from wild fishing?
Yeah, Lake Lemon's got some big catfish in it.
They
Not
do,
to put anybody's honey hole out there
No,
or anything, but
you're good.
I mean.
Now there is some big 30s over there in
My buddy Rob Wade, shout out to Rob Wade. He hit one of the biggest flatheads I've ever seen from Lake Monroe.
Oh, really? I
Yep.
don't think I ever fished Lake Monroe.
Huh, never?
No.
Pain
Monroe,
Town?
Bloomington?
Never been to Bloomington, Pain Town?
No.
No?
No.
Kidding me?
Sorry.
He said sorry. Please
I don't walk on water all the time, guys.
Please don't hit me.
But yeah, I mean, again,
What? Hey, Nick, what's a 220-pound mic dog?
You remember that?
what?
I hooked a 220-pound mic dog. One of my best friends, Michael. We were fishing on pontoon one night. This is a good little story for the end.
There you go.
We were all fishing pontoon one night, you know, and I just happened to be catfishing this night with a pole.
Yeah.
Well, my buddy Mike was behind me, and I didn't know he was that close. I went to rebait it. He was walking up to me at the same time I was going to cast, and I mean, I hooked him square in the nose.
Oh, jeez. What the heck? I mean, you're saying that hook went up in that guy's nose?
The goldfish is flopping on his face, you know, smacking him and everything and whatnot.
Oh.
I mean, it was a comical event.
Wow. I'm sure he's got a nice little scar from that.
Laugh, and he's like, "Bro, will you quit fucking laughing at me and help me out with this?" I still had the string. The line was still attached to it. 2-ounce lead swinging around.
My God.
He's in pain.
Goldfish smacking him in the
I cut
face.
the line. Hurry up and cut the line. Got the fish.
He had goldfish balls on his face.
Yeah, he got teabagged by a
He was a
goldfish.
teammate.
And long story short, he got hooked in the nose. We ended up getting it out and everything.
Did you, Wayne?
We ended up having a good night.
Is that your PB?
Yeah, that was my PB human.
Your PB human.
Actually, no, I think my PB would be myself being hooked twice in the hand. I have been hooked before. I got hooked twice in the same hand in North Carolina, once on Friday night and a second time on Saturday night, once at Ward's, once at Creekside. So that's a little little.
Nice.
That's them double hooks that get you, boy. If you don't put that first one in, you'll put that one in.
Hey, you learn. It'll
It'll learn you real quick, boy. You better put it in. You better hook that one in the net first, and then take this one out.
I'll tell you what. I'll give another shout out.
Go for
I
it.
got to shout out Zachary Allen from Creekside.
Okay.
He taught me a little rope. He pulled me into his corner and showed me the ropes a little bit down there at Creekside, and it was definitely a big help.
Nice. Nice.
And I gotta give him his credit for that.
Oh yeah, 100%. So you guys shout out Tiffany.
Yeah, but you guys got obviously shout out sponsors, whatever
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Shout out to our Pay Lakes,
Yeah.
Shout out to all the lake owners.
Shout out to you for my favorite video ever.
Man.
Shout out to you for the
I had to-
videos.
Let's go back to that video real quick.
Shout out to TP for the friendship and
Always supports us.
the respect and
always.
Oh yeah. But let's go.
Real recognize real.
That make it happen for each and every one of us fishermen. We all got our own preference. Some people like one-on, some people like R&W, some people like Lake Monster, some people fish wicked, some people like hog saws.
Yeah.
To each is its own.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think
And,
I
I want to give a shout out to all of them because they make it happen not only for me but for everyone. I'd like to give a shout out to Adams Outdoors and Naptown Bait and Tackle for being the one-stop shops here in town that get us what we need.
Yep.
I'd like to shout out our feed and seed distributors here in town, Glen Valley, Wanamaker Feed and Seed.
I like Wanamaker.
Yep.
So I'd like to give a shout out to them. I'd like to give a shout out to you know, our best friends Terry and Brett, our friends Stanley and Chad, everybody that's our support and been there for us and rooting us on.
Do you have any advice for?
We're not blind to who
I'm not blind to who really is out there supporting us and who's really a real genuine supporter and really gives some type of care or
Friendship. It's
you
beyond.
know, it's beyond carp fishing and support as in what we do. It's more than that. It's friendships and relationships that we've made along the way that mean a lot.
This is going to be the last question for you guys. Do you guys have any advice for anybody that's going to, I guess, what would you want to say to the people that's maybe thinking about coming out and fishing this, what is it? Is it Saturday or Sunday?
Do I have any advice for them?
Yeah, like to encourage them to come fish this first
I would encourage
tournament.
them to come and fish.
Better bring your best.
I would encourage them to come and fish just because for the last few years we did it in something in name of Bobby Hubbard, and it's something that he always put on for all of us, and he really has a soft place in my heart, means a lot to me as a person. Rest in peace as he's not here with us anymore. And if there's any reason to go, that's your reason to go. And he's the one that put it together for us all them years ago, and I think we should just carry that on in his name and
Watch your bobbers.
Support for that.
So you guys heard him, man. So come out and support that tournament. I want to say is it Sunday?
It is Sunday. It's on the 6th.
Let's just tell them we got to
Just,
eat.
come and be prepared. Bring some corn. Bring some firewood if you're cold.
It's supposed to be. Hey, it's supposed to be not that bad.
Yeah.
So,
This weekend's supposed to
you
be
know, bring a cooler. You know, have some fun. Come out and enjoy the day, and
Beers.
Hopefully, put some fish on the bank.
Yeah.
because every winner's gonna lose and every loser's gonna win someday. So
Yeah.
come out and show your face.
Well, Nick, Tiffany, man, we appreciate you guys so much.
Oh, yeah.
For, you know, obviously you guys got
Great
a
talking
kid
to
and
you guys.
everything, and you guys are busy also.
This was really fun.
Um,
Really good.
Yeah, this video here, hopefully we'll have it out soon.
This podcast until I turn blue in the face.
Hopefully, I'm gonna have this video out in time for you guys. And
Yeah, hopefully we'll have it done this week before the tournament Sunday. So
yeah, that you guys didn't know the tournament of the Midwest Cartmasters. We had some technical difficulty with that video.
the championship video.
Yeah, the championship video.
There was 2 cameras there that day, wasn't there? And that's
What it was is Rick, our camera guy, Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky Massey and stuff. I fished with him a few times over the winter on the river this winter, and we talked a bit about the video and how it was trying to get everything downloaded on a format that you could transfer over and everything. So
yeah, it was kind of
It really
difficult.
meant a lot to us because it was really our time. I feel like.
Oh yeah,
that moment,
it was.
and
That was your guys' time. That was your spotlight. That was a good tournament.
It was, and you guys, for first and fourth, you guys deserved every bit of it, man. You guys went hard. I sit there and watched you guys all day. You know what I mean?
Across the lake.
Yep, it was a good tournament.
I was even across the lake. I said, man, there they go again. Boom, boom.
I mean,
Alarms going off like crazy.
when them fish are stacked in there, you're gonna catch fish. You know.
Group up under canopies and all was out there.
yeah, I watched a lot of people. I watched a lot of people give their all that day. You know, I mean, there was good fishermen that never even got to see a bite.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, there really was. There's talented people that.
Well, that's fishing.
There was very, very talented people there that normally catch fish that didn't catch no fish.
Yeah.
And you guys got to understand, these are $200 spots. You know what I'm saying? This is the time that you want to catch fish.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking like $37,000 or something.
I know that day wasn't
Yeah.
fish.
So, all right, we're calling it quits.
But we appreciate you guys, man, and I'll see you around, bro. If anything.
It was great talking to you guys.
See you around and maybe till next time.
Yeah, for sure, man. If anything, I'll see you guys for sure Sunday.
All right.
All right.
All right,
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
All right, Carp Anglers, that was Nick and Tiffany. Great Carp Anglers couple.
Yep. Did real good last year at the championship.
They
Tiffany
did.
won first.
So-
Nick won fourth. You know what I mean? Together they won almost $10,000.
I know, that's some
You know what I
serious
mean?
money
That
right there.
is some serious money.
For you guys that we're going to have this out on the YouTube channel here in a couple days. And we got pictures that goes with the video,
Yeah.
especially the captures they've been catching. So
Bluffs, Commons,
yeah.
from when they've started and all the way up until now.
Our next guest, we're going to have 2 podcasts this week. We're
Yep.
supposed to do this
Last week,
with last Thursday, but then Tommy came down with.
but
COVID.
I'm still, my nose is still,
Yeah.
I'm still running right now.
Our next guest next Thursday is Patrick Nielsen.
No, Patrick Neese.
Yes, thank you, Patrick Neese. He's a YouTuber. He's got his own YouTube show
Yep.
going on
So
in
you
Georgia.
So you guys are gonna have to follow
Yeah.
his podcast or his YouTube channel.
YouTube
You know what I
channel.
mean?
We'll give him a
And
shout
also, if you guys ain't on ours, go ahead and get on ours too. That way,
Yeah. Give us a
you
thumbs
guys
up.
can see any videos that come out.
Subscribe
Yep.
to our channel.
Say it with me.
Subscribe.
Say it with me.
Subscribe.
And always, man, always support your local bait shops.
Yes.
Indie Bait and
Yeah.
Tackle, Naptown Bait and
Bait and
Tackle, Adams Outdoors, any
Any
Really?
bait shops that got that
Yeah.
carries carp products.
But our 2 main ones that a lot of our,
Here in Indiana.
here in Indiana is Naptown Bait and Tackle
Adams Outdoors.
and Adams Outdoors. I mean, they carry all your carp
Yeah.
needs. Really, they do got all your carp needs.
Oh, also
Wild water and pay lake.
Noblesville Shorts Bait and Tackle. They're trying to get their foot in the door with carp fishing.
Fishing period, just
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah.
And another thing too, man, and we really can't preach this enough, man. That's really what this team is all about.
So,
Ever since I've been on it, I mean, obviously, and that's carp care, man.
carp care.
Obviously, I'm gonna say 99% of the wild water guys, they always have a landing mat. You know what I mean? It's just part of.
Well, they are.
It's just the way they are,
They respect
man.
the fish.
And that's what we try to bring to the Pay Lake side is carp care.
So.
We do have landing mats still left that we're gonna be
You got any
getting out
land
this
back?
year.
I'll give you one.
Yeah, and
Come and get it. But I'll
yeah,
give you one.
you can come and get it, but I'll also be giving them away. A couple of them at the couple tournaments
We
and
probably
stuff
got
throughout
maybe
the year.
good 50, 60.
Yeah, I was about to say we probably should because we bought
Over
we
100.
bought over 100 landing mats out of our own Team Fish Fighter fund. You know what I'm saying? To hand out to people that didn't have them. So. You
Yeah,
know,
come and get it. I'll get it if you want.
and we took that jump hoping that the Pay Lake owners would get on board and be like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, you guys are doing this out of your own, acknowledgement. Maybe I should step up my game, you know what I mean? And
There you go.
and try to encourage people to use them at my lake, which is going to make my fish last longer because it's being protected.
Perfect.
You know what I mean? Like, a lot of places when you go up there, they have totes up there with water in it. They want you to put their fish in, you know what I'm saying, right then and there, you know what I mean?
Respect.
But what about, when the fish is first caught or thrown in the back of a truck or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
It's messed up.
I mean, it is, but, try to up your game on carp care this year. It's going to preserve the fish. Everybody's talking about, they like catching a 20-pound fish.
It's not always about
or-
the money. Sometimes it's about
yeah,
the
you know what I
fish,
mean? Like, if you want these 20-pound fish or these
Well,
30-pound fish to stay big and healthy, you know what I mean? Like, try to slide something underneath there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I like Creekside so much. I've only been there a couple times,
too. Yeah.
but there is a landing mat at every shack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
I personally have never been there, but I heard nothing but good stuff. about it.
and Joe will tell you, you know what I mean? Like, he
No
treats
less.
them fish like they're his kids.
Yeah, that's what he says.
You know what I mean? Like, he's no plaything. You know what I mean? I just wish our Pay Lake. I'm not saying our Pay Lake owners, they don't appreciate or anything like that. I just wish they would just take the step,
Go up
man,
another notch.
and just take it up another notch, and which they have though. I've seen,
They have. They're-
I have seen, in our couple of our main lakes, Indy Lakes. And Hubbard's, Hubbard's, he does sell caddies in there now.
Yeah.
You know, that he does have caddies out there for when you weigh the fish, you know what I'm saying? It goes out of the water, straight into the caddy. If you want to take a picture, you take the picture over the caddy.
Yeah.
You know, so everything that we've been doing over the last couple of years is like, it's starting to take, you know, it's
taking effect.
Yeah, it's taking effect. It's going to be slowly but surely, you know, so, but we need, you know, that we need help from you guys on that too.
Definitely, 100%. For your online carp products, big carp and tackle. That's for your online bait shop needs. They got a lot of good stuff.
They
David
do.
Moore and his guys to get you what you want, and
ship it straight to your house too.
Yeah,
Straight to your
100%.
door.
So,
You know what I mean? There ain't nothing like
so,
opening up cart
check them out.
packages.
so also and of course, Team Fish Fighters, subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. Helps me and the team out, us and the team out.
Yeah, that way every time we post a video, you know, like we're live right now on Facebook, you know what I mean? But also for the people that, you know, that's on our page that ain't seeing these pictures and stuff that, you know, that we're seeing here on this computer, you guys will be able to go to that too.
So, all right, I'm done.
Appreciate you guys.
Yep. You guys have a
See you
good night.
guys later.
See you guys later. Bye, lines.